each other hand. When the rain pours down and the day goes dark, and it feels like we don't know who we are. Remember, you have me by your side, and always together. When the rain pours down and the day goes dark, when it feels like we don't know who we are. Remember, you have me by your side. We're always together. When the rain pours down and the day goes dark, and it feels like we don't know who we are. Remember, you have me by your side. We're always together.
Gaming Morning Show.
Ah, the sounds of morning.
Early in the morning,
Birds singing.
gotta feed the donkey.
The sun peeking above the
When you
horizon.
feed the donkey,
The gentle nudge from your morning alarm clock.
this is what he says.
A subtle reminder that today is a new day. A new day for you to watch Gaming Morning Show. The show where you'll find science lessons,
Says when I bake bread, I give thousands of yeast organisms false hope by feeding them sugar before ruthlessly cooking them to death in an oven and eating their corpses. Wow.
I thought you
think
were
about
about
bread
to,
a whole new way.
I thought you were about to say orgasms for a second there. Did either of you ever have that happen when you were in like biology class and you're reading
Have
the
an orgasm?
text?
I've never orgasmed during.
The biology text doesn't
Never.
do that for you. It's like, oh yeah.
great deals.
Computers and accessories
Wait,
special bundle.
Mike, they got the super.
What is-
They got the super chroma color in. Did you know they had that? You
I know.
overpaid for your computer.
By a lot. I wonder if, do you think they price match?
They might. Well, this is half off.
Can you take a screenshot of this and try to get a store price match?
And linguistic perfection.
Is that like when I roll my R's?
Good.
Romance.
Great.
See, everyone-
Oh, man.
it's not a hiss.
So let me hear your battle cry.
Kiki, oh!
Kiki what?
As we all charge into Gaming Morning Show.
More like Kiki, whoa, am I right?
Now, if only I could find a way out of this box. I'll catch up. 'Cause GMS starts right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show is with you. It's exciting. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. We have 3 hours of fun. It's an action-packed adventure just waiting for you to turn the page and decide whether you want to fall off the cliff or go back to where you left off and retry again. It's a choose your own adventure book on Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. Man, so many great folks already hanging out with us in chat, and we have a special guest host. I am Ryan, that is Sean, and Pib Jinky is here. Good morning to you, Pib.
Good moron. How's it going?
It is so good to see you. We love Pib. Pib is an outstanding music streamer on Twitch and friend of the show, Patreon subscriber of the show too. It's so great to have you hanging out with Sean and me this morning, and a full show with you. Which of course, I appreciate
Indeed.
you clearing your calendar for us. I mean, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Anything for us,
It's a
right?
pleasure of mine.
Good moron, Sean.
Top of the moron too.
Oh, the top of the moron, all of it.
I
a
like that
Tuesday.
one.
Tuesdays are Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesdays be Tuesdaying. Is that what you're saying?
Oh
today?
yeah, Tuesdays are great.
Oh, I always like when Sean's coming in hot with some good stuff this morning. I tell you what, it's going to be fun. We have Jellybone Jabroni in the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to play 5 questions GMS with the outstanding Twitch streamer as well. I mean, Jelly is going to cosplay a boat at some point. Like, I mean, come on. If you can do a boat, like, you can cosplay almost anything, right? I mean, I'm no cosplay expert, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm excited. So we'll play that coming up at 8 o'clock. In fact, I think I saw Jelly in the chat this morning. If not, coming up later on today, I see Superphonic in the chat. Good morning to you, Super. Kiki Low hanging out with us as well. Snuffkin going to be around this morning as well. And then Kalaf is here too. So it's exciting to see everybody on the first day of June. It's Jellybone Jabroni's birthday, which we'll talk about birthdays coming up later on this hour as we do every show. We'll have those. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know. But there is a birthday stream for Jelly starting at 2 p.m. Pacific time today. We'll tell you more about what that includes. We have information on a pirate-themed murder mystery from Kate Zaid that we'll tell you about coming up, and a whole bunch of days of the day, Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News, etc. Still to come. Pib, for those who have never, ever met you before, tell us about your streams. When can we see you on Twitch, and what can we expect?
You know what? It's just a typical music stream. I play a few instruments. I've been incorporating more of the piano and more of the drums within the piano recently, trying to make songs a little bit more exciting. But yeah, you can catch me looping on my stream. My stream is really inconsistent right now, just because my work schedule's not cooperating with my regular schedule. So, but I will be live later on today. Actually, probably right after we're done here.
Well, that's awesome. And of course, we have our own little corner of the music internet with what Sean does, but we play your music during breaks, during the course of the open of the
it's
show.
amazing.
When did you decide, like, man, music was something that I was passionate about, something that I'd like to do on a regular basis? When did you think you were good at it?
I don't think I ever really decided I wanted to do it on a regular basis. I started playing some live shows at the church I attended way back when, and they started getting me out of my comfort zone because they were like, "Hey, we need a guitarist for for one of the shows today." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And they're like, "Yeah, we heard you play guitar." I was like, "I'm not good. I've been playing guitar for 2 years, and I hid it from everybody I know." So it was just one of those things that I fell into, and as I kind of learned my way around that, I noticed that I had a passion for kind of making my own stuff, and I am still very reserved about it. It's definitely been weird having people on Twitch come in and seeing me and listening to my music and enjoying and playing it in their streams. It's wild. I think I pop into Kiki Low's stream, and every time I pop in there, my song's playing. I'm like, it's very surreal. It's like seeing your song on the radio. But it's definitely something that I'm still kind of working through. I'm still not used to it, and it's still not oh, I should probably do my stuff. It's just super foreign to me still. I feel like I'm never gonna really navigate my way around it.
Well, we love having the music on the show. Sean was going to do a guitar off later in the show, but can't stay the whole time. Otherwise, we were going to have some...
shucks.
What is it, axe grinding? I don't know anything about music.
Is that what they call it? Listen, I'm an acoustic guitarist. We don't do that. That's the electric guitarist thing.
We just have acoustic guitars. We have chill vibes. We just jam together.
We play
All
the key
calm.
of G, easiest chords in the book.
All right, so I'll take note. I'll learn the key of G, and then I'll come back and have an axe to grind with you two, which again apparently sounds
And then-
okay.
if you want to play in a different key, we just use capos, so we could still just play in the key of G.
Exactly, exactly. Capo 4, key of G all day, every day.
You know, we haven't seen Caposaurus Rex for a while.
I only have 2 of the 3 in the room still. I don't know where my blue one ended up. So
Would you lose the legs?
yeah, I think that one was the bottom. So who knows?
Coming
It
up, we
didn't
have
make it in the move.
we have box office news coming up. Did either of you ever see the movie Dune? Does that ring a bell with anybody? Dune?
Yeah, the like 80s version.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
What was it about?
Oh, it's based on a like classic sci-fi novel, and it was a very 80s movie.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
if you want to relive the 80s in 4K, we'll tell you how that can happen coming up a little bit later in the show. And also a super flower blood moon. So not just your regular blood moon, but this one's about super flowers as well. It is Go Barefoot Day. It is World Milk Day. It is Tabletop Day. World Reef Awareness Day. National Olive Day. National Heimlich Maneuver Day. National Nail Polish Day. National Hazelnut Cake Day, National Pen Pal Day, Flip a Coin Day, Global Day of Parents, Oscar the Grouch Day, and Wear a Dress Day. And as Mike gave us in our notes, it's also June, in case you were wondering. You know,
boy.
I don't like going barefoot a ton. I like sandals. I don't know if I like
Yeah.
going barefoot. Do you all like going barefoot?
No, not
I'm
really.
totally not a sandals or barefoot person, really. Like, I can only handle it when I'm at a pool. I hate it. I'm such a sneakerhead.
Oh, I get it there. Yeah, I don't really love shoes. I like wearing my sandals, but I don't go barefoot a lot of places. I know people who run like barefoot through fields or in the sand and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. That's not for me. So maybe on Sean's big deck. I barefooted on Sean's big deck. So
Yeah, maybe. Barefoot with a dress on.
there you go.
Yeah, if I would have known it was National Dress Day, I would have, put a dress on.
Well, Super's celebrating with us, so that's important. That Super's out there already rocking the dress, so I like that. We
Can always count on Super.
We have Mike on vacation again, which is not true. Mike's just done working today, so we can't have Mike hang out with us. We're going to play some Rocket League during the course of the day. I'm going to get this camera set this up so that everyone can see everybody. Do go there, and then we do this, and we do that, and bada bing,
Oh, no.
bada boom.
There we go.
And unlike
What did I score there?
when Austin was on yesterday, Pib's actually playing today. So this is authentic Pib gameplay. So...
She's a gamer.
National Hazelnut Cake Day. That sounds yummy.
That's very interesting to me.
I don't think I've ever had a hazelnut cake.
I don't really love hazelnuts. My daughter made like a marshmallow chocolate hazelnut spread. So what is that, Nutella? Right? Made that yesterday into like some sort of form of dessert. But I'd rather have just straight up chocolate, being straight with you. Is the hazelnut
goodness.
spread part supposed to make things be like more healthy?
No, it's just
I don't know. To me, a hazelnut spread sounds like a Nutella variant.
yeah.
Very odd.
And I think
Nice job.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, not my Sean, come back!
Not like this.
Snuffy, by the way, said
Well, thanks, everybody.
sneakerhead. Pib,
Oh,
shoes
thanks.
go on your feet, Pib. Shoes are supposed to go on your feet, not your head.
Listen, sometimes I just like my shoes where I'm comfortable, and sometimes I might be on my head. You don't know. Sometimes I'm just laying in bed, and I'm like, a shoe would feel great right now.
Makita, no, that is Pib Jinky, a music streamer on Twitch. Going to be streaming later today. Takes requests on the stream, One of my favorite things is Pib will do like live learns on the stream. Music from musicals. We'll do
Everything I do was a live learn, to be fair.
You'll do alternative songs, which I love. So I always like going in there and requesting those.
Pop, punk.
Mm-hmm. Nice work.
Thank you, thank you.
Destroying these guys. My goodness.
There we go.
And Lady K's checking in. Peekaboo to you. Good moron to you, Lady K. It is good to see you on this Tuesday as well. Like I mentioned, Snuffkin Low, Kiki Low Superphonic hanging out with us this morning. We have Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News coming up in about 10 minutes from now. I like your Halo car topper.
Yes, I am a Halo. However, a person with a Halo who doesn't know how to fly very well. Oh man!
Did you
got
just bend
destroyed.
that, Sean?
Do what?
You bent that like Beckham. Look at this.
You get the angle.
I know, it just went like around the
Bam.
corner. Damn.
It definitely touched that corner a little bit too.
I'm an inferior Rocket League player.
We're on fire today.
Because I'm here. I haven't played Rocket League in a long time, but I used to be very good at the game.
I mean,
Am I good at the game right now? Absolutely not.
you've scored two
we're up
goals.
4-0.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Skill is relative.
There you
Get in
go.
there.
Ooh,
Oh, nice try.
it's a nice save. Just
All three are playing goalie. They've had enough.
oh no. Tried to explode him, but I missed him.
Nice.
Oh, that was the wrong way. Makita, what's the latest PlayStation? Have you been playing a lot of the PlayStation Plus games lately? That was like one thing that we were getting from you for a long time was PlayStation Plus updates.
Missed. It's a good thing that Sean's good at this game.
Oh my. Nice score. So that's a
Nice
win.
work.
Good.
Actually, that brings up a good point. Makita asked if you were Grim, and that made me think, has Grim ever been on camera?
I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever seen
Because
Grim.
I've never seen her on camera.
Yeah. We'll give a shout out to Grim after this. All right, I'm going to give you topic of the day. And since we've all been complimentary, Pib saying, Pib, you're really good, or Sean, you're really good at Rocket League, and I'm saying, Pib, you're really good at Rocket League, and then somebody eventually will say that I do a pretty okay job. We're doing Say Something Nice Day. So will you say something nice today?
It's gonna be the nicest thing you can think of to say today.
Ryan, I like your white hat.
Thank you, Sean. I like your plant.
Yeah.
Not good at defense. I'm only good at offense.
That's all it takes. Just score
Been
more points.
decided.
Oh, that was silly. Why'd I push it up in the air? We're winners!
They
We did
couldn't
it!
throw
First
anywhere.
game of the day! 6:21 West Coast time. It is 9:21 out of the East. It is 2:21 for those watching in the UK. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning on Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. That is Pib Jinky joining us in the guest hosting chair. And I want to commend you, too, because you were here at, like, legitimately early in the morning.
Yeah, it is really early. It is 6 a.m. for me too, I guess. I've just been getting up at the same time every day.
For some
guess it's
reason,
a
I
normal
thought that
thing
you were
for
an
you,
hour
right?
ahead of us.
I am when daylight savings is not in play.
Oh, that pesky daylight savings time.
Yeah, because everybody around me changes, but Arizona doesn't change where I am in the state anyway. So like northern Arizona changes because they have the snow and that kind of affects them a little bit, but not so much down here.
Is it hot?
You know what? Yesterday I think it was like 99 degrees. It's 75 and sunny right now, but I think the high for today is somewhere in the hundreds, maybe. We're getting there. The high today is supposed to be 103.
I don't know if I could do
It's been
103.
weather with Bib.
That's true. We need a weather segment, right? I just asked because yesterday it was the closest it's been to 90 so far this year where we live, and I tap out, man. We went and had Dole Whip, which was really fun, and that was great, and it was tasty and all that stuff. But like, I was outside for 10 minutes, and I'm like, I don't want to be out here anymore.
Yeah. In an effort to calm down my allergies, the outside world didn't exist yesterday. I refused to go outside.
How'd that work?
They're better, but still suck.
Do you have allergies, Pib?
You know what? I'm actually really not allergic to much. I'm only allergic to cottonwood trees, which is typically found in Colorado. But aside from that, I don't really have allergies. I have like asthma, but that's about it.
Man. Yeah, watching Sean go through. How many Kleenexes do you think you blew through during Resident Evil during GMS
About
plays?
3,000.
Just 3,000.
3,000.
Oh my god.
Just a hair under 3,000. We should have a Kleenex tracker.
I would get spammed so hard though.
Oh my gosh.
It was awful.
Yeah, you just blowing.
I remember not having allergies. I grew up in Southern California where it gets to be spring and everything just dies. So there's nothing to be allergic to. And then I moved up here and my face didn't like it. It still doesn't like it.
My face doesn't like it.
It doesn't the insides of my face want to become the outsides of my face.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Virtual hug for Sean, chat. Because man, yeah, they were really rough on Sunday. This has been going on a couple days, so hopefully today won't agitate him too much. And tonight, you got GMS plays tonight, right?
GMS plays tonight. We had a very productive day of Minecraft last night. I set out. I made a map. I was like, we're gonna explore, and then we didn't explore at all. But I found a cave that we went down and found a zombie spawner, which was great because I can set up an XP farm, which we did last night. And then I found another cave system and found like just a buttload of diamond. So it was very productive.
It's kind of funny because Zombie Spawner and Buttload of Diamond were both bands of mine in high school, so it's kind of crazy. It's 6:25. It's time to get the news. We need to get informed. Here is hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, June 1st, 2021, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. We got some big stuff today. First up, Nintendo. They won a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against a ROM hosting website. The original lawsuit was filed back in 2019 and has finally been closed. And from Jordan Alleman of IGN, we know that Torrent Freak, the site's owner, will have to pay $2.1 million in damages to Nintendo after the court ruled in the video game company's favor. In the link we'll provide, you can read the full court order. And like I said, it was filed back in September of 2019 with Nintendo seeking damages for copyright infringement and federal trademark infringement. And they won that lawsuit. This is because the ROM Universe website hosted pirated versions of Nintendo games that users could download. It also offered premium subscriptions that allowed ROM Universe subscribers to surpass a download limit. And that was back when this was filed. This was one of the reasons why they went after them in particular. Is not only were they hosting pirated versions of Nintendo games, but they were actually making money off of people downloading those games, and that's going to get you on their radar a heck of a lot faster. The website was taken offline last year, but the lawsuit continued, and ultimately Nintendo has now won the case. Nintendo initially sought over $15 million in damages, but the court reduced the damages to $2,115,000.
Yeah.
Don't pirate stuff.
I mean,
Well,
don't pirate stuff and then what? Don't make money off of it.
Yeah.
That's like that whole go straight to jail card in Monopoly, right? Like, do not pass go. Stop making money.
It's so
You're outta
true.
here.
Not a good idea. The website's owner filed a declaration saying that that they, quote, deny and dispute that they uploaded any files to said website, and at no time did they verify the content of said ROM files. Nintendo responded, quote, for real? And court was like, yeah, for real? And then now they owed the money.
Is that were those direct quotes?
I said quote, yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. For real. Is that your official statement? Yes, let it show in the record that I said for real. Love it.
Next up, speaking of having money and then having less money, CD Projekt profits continue to drop as Cyberpunk 2077 continues to not do great and remains off of the PlayStation Store. This is from Brian Shea of Game Informer. Following the launch that sparked massive backlash, CD Projekt's Cyberpunk 2077 was removed from the PlayStation Store digital marketplace, and those who purchased it were offered an opportunity for a refund. The game is still unavailable for purchase on the PlayStation Store, and they're starting to feel the effects as the reports of its quarterly profits roll in. CD Projekt's profit fell more than half from a year earlier. This is that was originally reported by Reuters. The company did not say how many copies of Cyberpunk 2077 it sold during the quarter. It says that approximately 60% of first quarter sales came from the game. Overall net profit at the Polish company fell 64.7%, down to 32.5 million zlotys, just below $8.9 million.
Did you say lattes?
Zlotys. Zlotys. I was not aware of the Polish currency.
I didn't know that either, to be honest.
That's new to me. Analysts project 80 million zlotys, but Cyberpunk 2077 development expenditures plus work on post-launch fixes have greatly impacted that amount.
Okay, now I want you to become a Polish banker so that every time that you say zlotys or whatever, you say it with that tone that you have. You're like, zlotys?
It has to be a slight question,
Right?
Because I'm still not convinced. Poor CD Projekt. And Cyberpunk 2077 looked so promising, but still struggles. Speaking of things you can buy in the video game world, that's a pretty good one. NVIDIA announces its new RTX 3080 Ti launching Thursday. This comes from Taylor Lyles of IGN. They unveiled their latest graphic cards in the 30 series, the RTX 3080 Ti and the RTX 3070 Ti. The 3080 will launch Thursday for $1,199. And it'll include 12 gigabytes of GDDR6X memory, a 2 gigabyte increase from the previous version, and about half of what the 3090 offers. And they plan to have that serve as their new flagship for the 30 series, RTX 30 series. They're also launching the 3070 Ti, which will feature 1.5 times more performance than the previous 3070 Super and includes 8 gigabytes of memory. And that will launch June 10th for $599, which is all great. I reached out to NVIDIA for a statement and asked, when will we actually be able to get these? And NVIDIA responded and says, quote,
I think you're making up quotes. I'm just saying.
no, that would be unethical.
Okay.
Yeah, the global chip shortage has continued to be a problem, and it will continue to be a problem for these. That's inflated prices of the 30 series, but also demand or supply is bad. So if you want one of these, it'll be the same issue that any other graphics card or console has had. So if you want one, good luck. And always last but not least, we finish off today's gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. We have DreamWorks Spirit Lucky's Big Adventure out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Wreckfest out on PlayStation 5. Operation Tango out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC. The Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood expansion out on PC and Mac. Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown out on PlayStation 4, which I believe is one of the PlayStation Plus games for June. Necromunda Hired Gun out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, and PC. Ghosts and Goblins out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Stonefly out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. There's a lot of full console ones today. Carnivore's Dinosaur Hunt out on Xbox One. Justin Danger out on PC. And the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment. Today's name of the morning goes to Going Medieval out on PC.
I just see Snufkin jump in here with all caps. Warhammer game! Did that just come out or something? I mean, that's Warhammer's been out a while, right? Snufkin, we need context. Just good to see Axe 2. Good morning to you, Axe. Pib Jinkies guest hosting with us today. We have Going Medieval, our name of the morning. It's the first day of June, right? So that is our first name of the morning for the month of June. Coming up later on this week or early next week, we will do our May name of the month giveaway, where we will allow you to hang out with us and win something, which is the name of the month giveaway. And if you are a Patreon subscriber, well, you get double entries into our name of the month, so you don't have to be here. We'll give you one of them if you show up and you decide to do exclamation point raffle. Well, you get another one too. So we have four different tiers that you can subscribe to on our Patreon, including the Adopt Bob tier. And so if you would like to adopt Bob, who's currently very happy in Bob's box, you're welcome to do so. Just adopt Bob by going to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. And with the money that we receive from that particular subscription, we'll also donate $25 to an actual adoption-focused charity in conjunction with whomever decides to adopt Bob.
Won't you adopt me?
All right, absolutely. We can. We'll work on that, Bob. It is now 6:34 on the West Coast. It is 9:34 on the East. So you're playing Genshin right now, Pib? A little bit, at least?
Just a tiny bit. I just kind of started playing the game. I haven't had much time to do much gaming over the weekend, but I was starting. I think it got to the part where I started flying. And I was like, this game is wild.
So much flying.
So much fun.
Let's see. Necromundo is a Warhammer title. Well, yeah. I mean, clearly. I knew that. Snufkin? Sorry, Snufkin. I didn't know that. And Axe would like you to know, Mike, that Axe is continuing to renew the kneecap tier. Which means, did you see, Axe, that you're not the only member of the Temple of Six now? Groggy or Die has joined you on the kneecap tier as well. So, Chat FM says, hello, what a beautiful day. Even more, so now you guys are streaming. So, Chat FM, it's interesting that you said that. Because today is Say Something Nice Day. Chat FM, thank you for being a Patreon subscriber. And for also hanging out with us often and being such a nice, influential member of our chat. There. I got my Say Something Nice day started early. I'm proud of myself. Axe, could you add one more 6 just for some positive juju in the chat, please? Just could you type 6 one more time, please? That would be great. Is that what a coincidence, isn't it? Kiki Low is here. How is everyone today? I'm doing pretty okay. Pib, Sean, do you like to be scared at the movies?
No.
I like
Short
being
answer.
scared watching movies. I don't necessarily like watching scary movies at the movie theater.
Oh.
I have never seen a scary movie in a theater, nor will I ever do that to myself. Because there's no reason for me to get scared because somebody else is over exaggerating how scared they are and scaring the rest of the people in the crowd.
Could you imagine being near someone that's scared and then being scared scares you worse? Could you imagine?
Isn't that the theater experience?
or a GMS Plays experience. Allegedly, the first time we played Resident Evil 7 together, Sean actually thought it was easier because he was laughing at me the whole time. The second time, I think I scared him more often than anything from the game actually scared Sean. So
That and the donations, they're spooky.
oh my gosh, that sound. Optimus Rhyme is here. What is happening, Optimus? 1 HC today? Are you all right? Huh?
He's a new man, he says.
Why? What are you doing up in the 6 o'clock hour, my friend? Is this because Pib's on? That makes sense. I'd get up early to say hi to Pib. What are you doing? Oh, and Wage is here this morning too. Wage also says I like watching Ryan watch horror video games. Well, I'm happy that gives. I don't know why that's appealing, but it is terrifying to me. I bring all of this up because A Quiet Place 2 was in theaters, and I think that this was like, I think Paramount's the one who's making this, and so they were just trying to get people to go back to theaters as much as they possibly could, and it apparently worked because according to Brent Lang of Variety, so far A Quiet Place Part 2 has roared to a $57 million Memorial Day weekend. So, evidence, at least in the pocketbook side of things, show that more people are returning to the theaters. Public health situation changing dramatically, at least in the U.S., and there's fueling optimism among exhibitors and studios. More than 60% of U.S. adults have had at least one shot of the vaccine, and there's even much more research that suggests 70% of Americans could be vaccinated by the summer. Last week, AMC, Regal, and Cinemark announced that they will no longer require fully vaccinated guests to wear face masks. I will say this, that I saw a chart of worldwide vaccines, and while yes, the number seems to be the case in the United States, please just continue to give a lot of hope that we can get the whole world vaccinated, because there's some places that are sub 20, sub 10, right? And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Rug says hi to you, Pib. Is that the amazing Pib? It is.
My goodness. Hello, everybody. Good morning.
What is your social media preference? Like, are you mostly on Twitter? Where can we find you in that regard?
Yeah, mostly on Twitter. I'm on Instagram every so often. It helps me more because I think I scour Twitter for news most of the time, so I'm typically more active on there just because I'm looking at the rest of the world and seeing what's going on. I feel like Twitter's a pretty good way to see all the things coming in at once. They're just pretty proactive about it. And you can see what's really going on behind the scenes. You don't have to deal with like news reports and such as much.
Yeah. Optimus has work today. Is this the start of a new job, Optimus? And you want to go to a drive-in to see that movie? I don't know if I'd want to do a drive-in for A Quiet Place, right?
No.
That's pretty spooky.
Get out of here.
Have either of you two been to a drive-in movie?
Oh yeah.
I
love
have
drive-in.
not.
Really?
Drive-in movies are great.
Where'd you go to drive-in movies at?
There used to be one out in Dallas. It is gone, but now there's still one out at, well, I don't know if it's survived the pandemic, but there is one out in Newburgh.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about Western Oregon. Dallas, Oregon's a smaller town in the western half of Oregon. I didn't know there was one out there.
Yeah, it was out there. I want to say it's closed probably in the last 10 years or so.
Ooh. Just had
I
it.
missed. That's
Uh-oh.
unfortunate.
Uh-oh.
That's not good for us.
No. Oh, well, congratulations on the new job, Optimus. We're excited for you. On behalf of Gaming Morning Show, you can let your new employer understand that you are a very talented individual and that you will do great work. And you also bring in coffee every day this week. That's something that you'll do. You can tell them that we guaranteed you do that.
All 6 of us jumped for that.
Yeah.
How many of us hit it, though?
Knew they were coming. It was just a matter of who got into the air first.
Whee!
I'll take that. It.
So, Ruggs, how many people in Romania are roughly vaccinated? Do you know?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't have any drive-in theaters where I grew up. I don't think. Imagine they got out of date. Like, weren't those huge in like the 50s and 60s?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not like a new age thing. It's more of an. It's one of
No,
those
it's
things. It's
been
like
like
it's like a vintage thing now.
Yeah. It's like a.
It's
niche
too
market
old
now.
school for these technologically advanced children.
But it's fun. I love going to drive-in.
I've yet to do that. I was always gonna go to one, and I never had the opportunity. By the time I was driving, we weren't doing drive-ins at that point. I think. That's
Oh,
not to
that-
say like.
I got blocked me.
That's not to say like I drove at a late age. It's just like more like I wasn't driving to the town. I was driving to opposite towns where there were more people.
Yeah, I watched you get screened as well, Sean. I was like, whoa.
Sorry.
It's all good.
That was
Yeah,
the
if you
wrong
get
way.
a chance to go to drive-in, I recommend it.
It's not good. No. Don't have any.
No.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That came in hot.
Just like I had planned. Wasn't worried about it at all. I didn't clinch, you clinched. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have been to the one that you talked about in Newburgh. That's where I watched the cartoon Over the Hedge for the first time.
Nice.
Oh my word, that movie.
I saw.
I
Ant-Man and
haven't
the
seen
Wasp
that
there.
movie in a long time.
I think we watched it since the pandemic started. And that's about the first time I had seen it since it came out, which was probably 15
I was gonna
years
say, I
ago.
feel like this is the time where parents have to pull out every movie that they've ever seen and share it with their lovely children because they're running out of things to be able to watch. And then Disney Plus saved everybody.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We've watched a lot of movies in this household.
Yeah, well, you want to keep them off all the electronics and stuff. My niece and nephew, they were struggling really hard. And then they started watching Captain Underpants, and the world has been saved.
But Captain Underpants, who knew?
Not me.
I've never even seen Captain Underpants.
I have no idea really what the context is about Underpants. I'm sure they'll educate me sometime later this week, though.
Man, you keep getting blowed up, Sean.
I know. This team really goes after like you instead of the ball. I don't like it.
We're all discombobulated.
It's not looking good.
Nah, we're fine. We have them right where we want them. 2 goals in 0 seconds. We
I'm
lost.
just gonna sit. I'm just gonna sit in somebody's way.
It is now 6:45 on the West Coast, 9:45 on the East, 2:45 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Optimus Rhyme. Drive-ins are fun, especially if it's not cold outside. True. I don't even think the one that we had in our area was even open when it was cold outside. I think it was just a summertime thing.
Yeah, I think it's seasonal.
Chat FM, I once went to an American movie cinema. Everyone's shouting at the screen. In the UK, if anyone passes wind too loud, they get shushed. Unheard of to be noisy. Hey, Chat FM, how often has someone passed wind whilst you were in the theater? McKenna said the movie is just about the head of the school gets brainwashed and becomes, well, the title of the movie. All right. So that's how Captain Underpants came. We have our origin story this morning, chat. That's exciting. We are just over 90 minutes away from Jellybone Jabroni joining us to play 5 Questions GMS. If you've never been here before for that, we ask 5 questions of a guest, and we talk about something they have coming up. In this case, Jelly has a 2 p.m. Pacific time birthday stream today. And then on June 12th at 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. So what's that? It's a couple Sundays from now, I think, right? Saturdays from now. That's going to be
That's all right.
Kate
12?
Zade's,
Should be like 2 weeks.
yeah, pirate-themed mystery murder party. So some are calling this Murder.
Nice.
See what they did there. The likes of Optimus Rhyme will be there. Chris M.E., Copia, Kiki Low, Kate Online, Asa Attack, Scott Chick, and Superphonic. And we ask you, will the killer get away with it? Or will it walk the plank? Yar.
Yar.
Yar. Meow. Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
No one wants to play.
Yeah, you do. You do.
No,
You don't
you-
want to,
I've-
but you do.
I've,
Yeah, you
I've
do.
been here before.
Nope. No, you like this place. Go ahead.
No, I've done it.
Nah, it's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Just there's only 26 of them. I'll wait.
Is it R?
No, it's not. You think it'd be R, but it's actually the C.
Nice.
Thank you, Bob. Bye.
How dare you say R instead of C?
Oh, Bob.
Dare
likes
you?
Bob likes
I
my
had to
joke.
set him up.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome.
Bob's a big fan of mine. So. You made whom cry happy tears? You made Jelly cry happy tears this morning, Wage? Was Jelly on right now? Is Jelly doing 2 streams today? I should know this. Who prepped this show? Optimus Rhyme. Dearest mother, I have met a nice woman and settled down. I don't know what that means, but I tried to read it the best I can interpret it. Let's see what else. Kiki R. Kiki R.
Kiki R.
Kiki Low is back. Saying R. It is good to see you. Hey, Kiki, you thought that was funny.
It's better than the other. It's better than the other one.
Oh, actually, here was the best dad joke that I've read in a while. This is from the Twitter account. I mean, there's many of them, right? But it was, I got a horse, and I named my horse Mayo. Every once in a while, mayonnaise. Huh? Huh? Oh, come on. That one's hilarious. I don't want that from you. Stop it.
It was pretty okay.
That's right, it was. Let's do birthdays. 6:49 on the West Coast. It is 9:49 out on the East, and it is 2:49 in the UK. Celebrating a birthday today. Well, community birthdays first and foremost, including our guest, who's coming on at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time today. Today is Jellybone Jabroni's birthday. It's your birthday song. It is not very long. Also, I made this note. So the way that we very scientifically find birthdays for Gaming Morning Show and put in our calendar is we basically stalk everyone's streams, and if anybody says the words, "It's my birthday soon," my ears perk up, and I start making notes. And one time, our friend Spacing Out said, "My birthday's in June." That's all I know. So, I guess we'll have to do this 30 straight days unless somebody can help us figure out when Spacing Out's birthday is. So, to Spacing Out,
That's
if
a question
today...
for Grim.
Yeah, right? Paige and Grim. Somebody. Anybody. It's your birthday song. It is not very long.
Doot, doot.
All right, so there you go. Spacing Out's birthday might be today. It might be some other day. I don't know. If you have a birthday, celebrate with us. Let us know. Otherwise, it is Morgan Freeman's birthday. Morgan Freeman is 84.
Nice.
Morgan Freeman is 84.
Yeah. That's old.
84. Oh my god, he's been old my whole life.
Right? Yeah, I don't know if I'm surprised that he's that old or if he's not older. I don't know which one it is. Like,
Both.
kind of Pib's point. Like, Morgan's just been hanging out with me my whole life. Every movie I've ever seen. Although, someone said Morgan Freeman, like, is notorious for being in, like, every movie. Is that true?
Kinda.
He is in a lot of
He's
movies.
always a narrator for everything. So if you need a narrator for any movie, Morgan's your guy.
All right. I believe you. Anyone know anything about the actor Brian Cox?
Nope.
Okay. Anyway, 75 today. Oh, I didn't include the link. Dennis Haysbert, 67. Okay. We're doing good so far. We're fine. Heidi Klum, 48. Model.
Heard of her.
Wasn't Heidi the one married to Seal for a while?
Don't know.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. We'll get this.
I at least know who she is.
That's a start.
That's a good start.
Hi, Prototype. It's good to see you this morning. Anyone know anything about Brian Cox, the actor?
I bet he won a Primetime Emmy in 2001 for his role in Nuremberg.
Thank you.
It's
Sean.
just a guess, though. Just a guess.
And Prototype suggesting that Seal and Heidi Klum are still married.
Oh, fun fact says used to be married. That's a
Oh.
lot of past tense.
What are we doing? Today is the 47th birthday of the one, the only.
Analist Morissette.
Did you know that it's Analist Morissette's birthday?
I did. It was on the list.
Thank you, Sean. How did I not see that before now? What are we doing?
It's a good day.
All right. One by one, we'll go through and say our favorite Analist Morissette songs. Mine is I
Can't
Got
help
One
you
Hand
here.
in My Pocket.
Musician checks out of the room.
Oh, no. What else? Amy Schumer turns 40 today. Willow Shields turns 21 today.
She has a twin sister named Autumn.
So
And
when they're
both
standing next to
sisters
each other,
the Olsen twins.
when they're standing next to each other, then it's an Autumn Willow.
That is just wrong. How dare their parents do that to them? How dare they? No.
This just in from Brian Cox expert Papa Paz. Brian Cox is a Scottish actor, according to Wikipedia.
Interesting.
There you go. Good morning to you, Load Last Checkpoint. Thanks for being here. Someone said Super Troopers. Was Brian Cox in
Mike
Super
is
Troopers?
saying Braveheart, For the Love of the Game, X-Men, The Bourne Identity. I didn't realize that he was in these very popular movies that nobody knows him from.
Yeah, is Brian Cox actually Matt Damon? I guess
I don't
Matt
think
Damon wasn't in
in all of
Braveheart.
those.
I don't know.
Well, I got to see a picture of him to see if I can recognize him.
Let me show you what I can show you.
That doesn't help me.
That is apparently Brian Cox. So
It's been old my whole life too, so.
we need Morgan Freeman to narrate our show sometimes. We did Google him. That's how we find everything, Mike. All the time. We find him. Sorry to disappoint you. Thank you, Pip. Troy and Super Troopers. What are you talking? Oh, I know his role in Super Troopers. He's like the captain dude with the big hat.
Big hat.
Mountie hat. All right, any other birthdays you want to talk about?
There's a Link Neal of Rhett and Link from YouTube's Good Mythical Morning turns 43. It's rare that we get like a YouTuber on this.
Do you do enough YouTuber research to know if their birthdays are the days that you stream?
Oh yeah,
I can neither confirm nor deny that this is accurate. No.
our research department is very thorough. Yeah, they work overtime, and that's why our fulfillment department's very light staffed. So
It's also Andy Griffith's birthday and Marilyn Monroe's birthday.
as one who can
Hey?
expertly
See, I know those two people.
as one who can expertly whistle, I will now whistle the Andy Griffith theme song. Ready?
Oh, it got noise gated, but
No.
I bet it was perfect.
Man, chat, they missed out on that. All right, new poll. Am I better at rolling my R's? Am I better at my Chewbacca impression, or am I better whistling the Andrew Griffith theme song?
Do all three at the same time.
Prototype, that's pretty accurate. My poor microphone's got to be so gross. Ugh. Load Last Checkpoint tells us whoever we're talking about, was this Brian Cox still, or do we move on to something else? It's really good in Succession. Yes! Prototype remembers line, get a pistol whip Farva for saying shenanigans. That is true. So, Kate, Space Nout's birthday is June 24th. Are you absolutely sure? Because we were prepared to wish Space Nout a happy birthday every day in the month of June. Some shows will wish you a birthday
24
once.
days of Space Out's birthday.
There you
need
go.
Cake for every day. Everybody gets a cupcake. Everyone gets a different flavor. So choose wisely.
I think Pib's
At the end,
overestimating
you're not going to want any more.
Pib, I think you're overestimating our fulfillment department. I don't know if we can supply cupcakes every day of the month of June.
Listen,
They'll never get there.
These are mini cupcakes. All you have to do is freeze them. Because all you have to do is take one out of a container and then you freeze them.
Did Pib just
Then
launch
next
the
day.
Gaming Morning Show Cupcake Club?
No, I am merely a hungry fan who just wants a cupcake.
Damn it, we just made another
7
Patreon
a.m.
tier. Shave a small circle to aid with the whistling. Shave a small circle? Is that what I need to do? Is that the whole reason I can't whistle? Is because of my facial hair? Chrissy Icky would require a daily cupcake. Okay. Oh, and we're giving free. Okay, there you go. Sports Talk Gaming's giving it out.
You get a
Okay.
cupcake. You get a cupcake. You get a cupcake.
Optimus Ryan wouldn't mind the daily cupcake club. All right. Kate Zane's going to make them? Man, I never expected GMS to get in the food business. Great idea, Pib. The royalties are in the mail.
Great. Thank you. I'm not getting any royalties for my music, so that helps a lot.
Absolutely, yeah. We got your back. No, we'll pay you the same as Spotify pays for every play. It's like, what, 0.00000 cents per play. What do we
Something
got?
I cannot compute.
This day in gaming history, we go back to 1981, and it's time for our favorite game. Sean plays Is It a Lawsuit or Something Else? Sean, is 1981's day in gaming history a lawsuit or something else?
I think it's something else.
All right, let's find out. 1981 is the date. A Magic, so Magic with an I, is formed by William Grubb and other former executives of Mattel Electronics and Atari with US $2 million in venture capital. So it turns out that it was not a lawsuit, meaning Sean.
Correct.
Nice work. 1991 at Consumer Electronics Show in Chicago, Nintendo announces the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Perhaps you have heard of it. The 16-bit system, new game cartridges, compact discs, a CD-ROM drive, and it was developed with Philips NV. The system is to be available for sale in September. So here we go. Sean, did you own a
Never
Super Nintendo?
Sure did.
Pib, did you own a Super
Still do.
Nintendo?
I feel like my brothers might have, but at that point, I think they were PlayStation people.
I didn't have a Super... Oh, no, I did have a Super Nintendo. Excuse me. I didn't have an N64, so I did have a Super Nintendo.
So yeah, we had the N64 for sure. We had like 3 of those at one point because there's too many kids in the house.
McKenna, don't worry. That's what happens often on Gaming Morning Show. What? What's going on? I'm confused. Welcome to the show. 1998, Nintendo released the Game Boy Camera in the U.S. for $49.95. What was the Game Boy Camera?
It was a camera for the Game Boy.
Thank you, Sean.
Back to you.
Sega drops the price of the Genesis from $189 to $149. 2004, Vivendi Universal releases The Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay for Xbox. 2005, the next year in Japan, Namco celebrates the 50th anniversary. David Hockset, science and technology editor at Guinness World Records, presents an official Guinness plaque to the Namco founder and Pac-Man creator. The game was recently listed in the record book as the most successful coin-operated game in history.
Wow.
05.
Nice work.
In 2010, Sega releases the Alpha Protocol video game that was for PS2 and Xbox 360.
Did you skip one in 1998?
And in 1998,
Nintendo releases the Game Boy printer in the U.S. priced at $59.95. Did you
Oh.
want to know what that is?
hey, Sean, what's the Game Boy printer?
Oh, it's a printer for Game Boy.
Thank you very much, Sean. I appreciate that. Apparently, in '99 Nintendo released the Pokemon pinball game, which I didn't want to mention. That was for the Game Boy. Hey, Sean, what was Pokemon pinball?
It's a pinball game themed after Pokemon for the Game Boy.
Thank you very much. Sean.
Imagine if he had a full description for that one though.
Developed by so and so, starting in 1996. The initial development went smoothly, but in late 1997, it hit a rocky patch as
yes.
lead designer so and so left for the Game Boy.
Yes, the history of Game Boy gamer. DRG is here. Can I just say how great it is to see Pib on the show today? We agree with you, DRG.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
DRG is just playing into the theme because today is Say Something Nice Day. So, there you go.
Everybody has such nice things to say today.
Kate also apparently once baked cupcakes professionally. So now apparently not only is the Kate Zaid addresses versus Mike O. Jobs battle heating up, but it might be Kate Zaid Jobs versus Mike O. Jobs. So the number of jobs that Mike has had has reached the 4,000s.
Mike job number 4073.
Wow,
Yeah, it's a lot of jobs.
it's a lot of jobs.
DRG, me being very nice isn't on brand. All right, coming up, we got Jellybone Jabroni joining us for a birthday edition of 5 Questions GMS next hour. Because it is Say Something Nice Day, we'll tell you the top 15 best compliments you could ever give or receive from lifehack.org. We'll also have sports! DRG, you haven't been showing up, by the way, in time to give us our soccer news. So, try to be here in like 40 minutes, please. That is Pib Jinky guest hosting today, and that is Sean, the latter of which we have to say goodbye to now. Sean has to go do doctor stuff. Goodbye, Sean.
Go to work.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Bye. We'll miss you.
I'll miss you all.
Goodbye,
Good
Sean.
show.
Goodbye, Sean. And Sean is gone.
Goodbye.
I feel like that was a Dr. Seuss-esque rhyme. Now our Sean is definitely gone. And now it's Pib. And Hefty Goof. Whoa, that's wrong. All right.
Oh.
Go here and go here. Always fix the things before you cut to the things. Okay, yeah, that's what we have ahead, Pib. We'll take care of that coming up in just a little bit on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. You can find us on Facebook Gaming. You can find us on Twitch, on YouTube, and sometimes on Twitter. Always at gamingmorningshow.tv. More. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back in just a sec.
Trying to find my way of being. Trying to make you stay of being. Trying to find my way of being. Trying to make you stay.
We are revolutionary. Yeah. Can't stop us now. Yo. There's nothing I got to prove, nothing I got to lose. I will not follow you. It is my time to choose. Nothing I got to prove, nothing I got to lose. I will not follow you. It is my time to choose. It is my time to move. I will not follow through, cause I got my own mind, winning on my own time. Didn't come when I want it, but it's always on time. I'ma go and get it, and it's all part of my vision. Then I'ma show everyone I can make it. I'm different. You can't stop what you can't see. No more chains, yeah, I'm truly free. I pay my dues, it ain't come cheap. No more chains on me, you can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. Look at where I came from. I can never fall back to the same ones. Feeling good vibes now, but the hard times is what we raised from. Turn to the ambition we are made from. We don't run, we don't fall, we don't stop, we don't fail. We take all our doubts, the dark clouds, and we still prevail. Raise a fist to the sky, a solution's there. And we stand for the dreamers, a revolution's here. You cannot stop us. You cannot stop us. There's nothing you can do now. Just watch. There's nothing you can do now. Just watch. This is revolution. It's a revolution. Yeah. You cannot stop us. There's nothing you can do now. A revolution. You can stop what you can't see. No more chains, yeah, I'm truly free. I pay my dues, it ain't come cheap. No more chains on me, you can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. You won't hold us down. You can't hold us down. No more, no more, no more. No more, no more, no more. No more, no more, no more. No more, no more. Yeah. You can't hold us down. Yo. We gon' hold it down. Hold it down, yeah. You can't hold us down. Hold it down, yeah. We gon' hold it down. Yeah.
Are you tired? Is that why you're crawling?
Try a U.
Okay, you hit. F's hit. E's hit.
Oh dang! I thought that last one was Uranus, but it wasn't.
You're
fit.
obsessed with Uranus.
Well, it would have fit.
What fits in Uranus?
Everything.
A hit. You're doing great,
You could
Chad.
probably fly a spaceship into my.
Leave. Pib, y'all, he did research. It was premeditated. There's no way I can get you off in the court of law now. Come on.
That's first degree firmicide.
Firmicide. I don't think I have plans this weekend, but I'll wait till Thursday and see if I can do a cooking stream. Ooh, a Dr. Chick cooking stream. What are you cooking? Adobo with a side of Furby? I mean, I think Kopi has the recipe.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. It is June 1st, 2021. Thanks for being here wherever you may be on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. That is guest host Pib Jinky joining us on Gaming Morning Show. Music streamer on Twitch will be streaming later on today. And very thankful to have you along for the ride and being a, as I see on our subiversaries, a 4-month Patreon subscriber and a 5-month Patreon subscriber. Either way, you've been here since the beginning. We certainly appreciate you riding along with Gaming Morning Show as long as you have. What is your favorite type of music to play when you're doing a Pib live stream? Do you have a preference?
No, I don't. I just like doing everything. I think getting the interaction from everyone. Right now, I think my favorite one to do is I recently added Katy Perry's Last Friday Night to my stream, and everybody really has been enjoying that one a lot because I think that one's my favorite so far because since I've incorporated the drums, everything gets a lot bigger and it feels a lot more like a full band.
How long does it take to get used to doing like a looper?
Not very long. I'm just really bad at. I'm like very particular, which is why it takes me so long on some things for some reason. I'm just like I have to. I hear it in my head a certain way. If it doesn't sound like that, then I do it 17 times over and over and over again, and I'm sure it becomes really obnoxious on the stream. But it just me being particular. I'm very cynical of myself.
Well, I tell you what, the looper is fantastic. The streams that you do are fantastic. And one's coming up later on today, so be sure to check that out. You can find Pib streaming, twitch.tv/PibJinky. You can see it in the chat there. Jellybone Jabroni is just over an hour away. We will talk to the Twitch streamer and great cosplayer. Jelly is hilarious and one of my favorite people on Twitch right now. So we'll be playing a birthday edition of 5 Questions GMS coming up at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time today. It is National Say Something Nice Day, so chat. You're welcome to compliment anybody that you see riding along with you in chat today. Here's some information from daysoftheyear.com. Say Something Nice Day. Perhaps it is the perfect reason to actually throw caution to the wind and be nice to one another. If we look at things with our eyes wide open, we have to admit that the world can be an unpleasant place at times. And if there is something that we really need, it is a little more niceness. Say Something Nice Day, while a relatively new concept, is actually something that has been doing great things all over the world. And believe it or not, it really has been bringing people closer together. At least that's what someone wrote at daysoftheyear.com. So hopefully we can actually make that prophecy come true. But chat, you are all great to hang out with us this morning on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. Coming up, we will have our list of the day, which is our top 15 best compliments you could ever give or receive. You're welcome to put your own ideas in our chat, please. Lifehack.org has this list. And we'll have sports coming up a little bit later in the show today as well. Lady Kate, we shouldn't need a day to be nice. Be nice all the time, and the world would be a better place. You know, I agree. I don't think there's probably a reason for us to have a lot of the, awareness days. But at the same time, sometimes the obvious needs to be reiterated.
Yeah.
So,
unfortunately,
let's
some
just go with
people
that.
need to be reminded that being a nice person isn't a job. It's a normal thing that you should do.
Here's a good example. Chat FM just said, my whistling was absolutely... Well, okay, Chat FM didn't finish that, but I'm sure that there was some sort of compliment in the sense that my whistling is
it was
top
left
notch.
up for your own interpretation, which can be a great thing if you allow it to be.
You know, and trying is half the battle when you think about it, Chat FM, is just being willing to go out there on a limb and say, hey, I'm trying. I mean, many have complimented me on my rolling my R's. I mean, you've heard Bob compliment me on rolling my R's, right?
I don't know that I have.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I mean, we're going to have Bob compliment me on rolling my R's here shortly, because it's very important.
Absolutely.
Very important. I'm going to try not to let them score.
Nope. I'm on the
you're
wrong
almost there.
side. Oh, I missed.
And Chrissy, by my rolling of my R's is something, you mean absolutely amazing.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Ooh,
good.
nice
They
save.
missed. I actually, Lady Kate, I think that's fair. You're absolutely right, because being nice should be something that's inherent just in our DNA. Where sometimes, an awareness day is necessary because someone legitimately doesn't know that something is a thing, right? So yeah, no, I think that's fair. So probably not my best comparison in that regard.
Listen, that's the problem, is that there's always a comparison for something that's just a basic thing for people. Like, don't... Oh no. I'm focusing the wrong thing! Okay, there
It's
we
so funny because
yeah,
you hit it
it's-
toward their goal and then they hit it the other way.
go. I know. I watched it happen. But yeah, it's just different for people that like for me, for instance, like I was raised to like be overly generous and overly nice to people, just because it was like a facade type of thing that you had to wear, a face. And like, as I've grown up and like gotten to know more people in the world, it's just like people have not been raised that way, and the people are mean. So I think it's like nice we have a Say Something Day, because sometimes people do need to be reminded. As dumb as that is, and as annoying as it is, it's always a good reminder to have. We always have to remind little kids to do that every day. Not perfect.
And I don't think that this means that you have to be nice for the sake of being nice, in the sense that, like, if someone's, upsetting you, you don't have to be nice to them just because they're upsetting you. But what it can do is maybe help us figure out, hey, what do I need to say to somebody that I haven't taken the time, to say.
Yeah. Exactly.
Good morning to you, Nintendo Nerds. Thank you for being here. And Nintendo Nerds saying specifically,
thanks.
hello, guest host Pib. So Nintendo says hi.
Hello. Assume. Guess I shouldn't assume, but I'm thinking it's back rolls, right?
Yes, correct. AJ said, people who are overly nice make me put my guard up even more. True.
It's fair. I
That
too
can
feel
happen.
that way, but I have like really good discernment in people, and so like if I can kind of see through the BS a little bit. And I don't really like to be bamboozled.
Nice Mirage reference.
She's an
Hashtag
Apex.
Apex Legends.
Can I say? Listen, Apex is always on the brain.
I got
I've
a
actually
dub
been
last night with
considering
Kate Zaid and
retiring
Chris.
that game. Very weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun playing Valkyrie, but at the same time, I feel like I've been playing this game for 2 years. I need something new.
We got the looper in the background. I love it. I want to believe,
Oh my
Pib,
goodness.
that your life is a soundtrack. Like I want to believe that this looper, like, just comes on randomly during the course of your day.
it kind of does.
Because that
actually.
was
I feed too many things through my looper, and then it's never on mute when it's supposed to be, and so then everybody just hears things that get just recorded by accident because my phone will hit it. So it's part of why. Also, my microphone is looped through it right now because I don't have the other one set up, which is something I've been working on. I miss that so ugly, so badly. I just like watched it happen. I was like, I need to jump for that, and then
yeah. There's just no way
tiniest
that
jump.
went way too high. Prototype says, after living in New York, anyone being too nice is a scam. Then check if you still have your wallet. Oh no. Nintendo says, I've also set Apex down. I just don't have a dedicated group, and solo queue is terrible in Apex.
oh,
Lady K, I do charge my controller.
Been solo ranking this split for World's Edge, and this experience has been less than ideal. Always is, but I try to challenge myself to just deal with like the randoms and kind of like almost teach them. Try to teach them as I play, but it doesn't really work out well because people just don't listen to you. Oh my gosh.
A nice goal, by the way.
Thank you. Trying to figure out why my looper started, but it's because I hit the pedal.
It was great, though. I just was, again, suspecting that this is just something that happens in a musician's daily life. All of
Yeah,
a sudden,
it
hey,
is.
it's time to loop.
And my life kind of is a soundtrack, for the record. I have been told that, like, every time I'm walking, the way I walk, people say that it just sounds like I'm always listening to a song in my head. Which is true, because there's always something stuck in my head.
That's awesome. Let's see, let me go and listen. Off to the
Try
side.
it.
All right. Well, that one didn't work out the way we had hoped, chat, but that's okay.
Yeah,
It was
that was an
7:22
ideal.
on the West Coast. It is 10:22 on the East and 3:22 in the UK. Down Zone was just deleted Apex yesterday, but said also solo ranking. So I don't know if that's the cause. I mean, how many times is Alien deleted and then
He has rage
reinstalled
deleted
Apex?
many a time.
Lady K, you know the problem is my controller, my charging cables are having problems. So yeah, we also played Fall Guys though yesterday with my kids. So that's part of the reason that it's dead this morning too. Chrissy said I just downloaded Rust Console Edition yesterday. It is so toxic. Uh-oh, I don't know what that is though. Nintendo says Knockdown City is my new BFF. Okay, all right, I want to play Knockdown City. Have you played Knockdown City yet? The dodgeball game.
Have not. I didn't even know that this was a big thing that was happening around the gaming world. I have been offline for games for about 2 weeks, which is very unorthodox and very not normal for me. And but I've been like completely kind of like off the internet for a little bit. I've been watching TV instead, trying to. I've had a nice little reset off of the internet for the last couple months, so. I'm slowly making my way back in.
We're very thankful that you've decided to make partially your return with our stream. I'm going to do one quick thing. I'm going to reset my Discord, and so I'm going to bring you back in just a second. We have Pib Jinky guest hosting with us on Gaming Morning Show. You can find Pib streaming music on Twitch by going to twitch.tv/PibJinky, and I'll give one more shout out in the chat. And then, like I said, we're going to have our list of the day coming up here shortly as well. Jellybone Jabroni is going to be our 5 questions GMS contestant coming up here shortly as well. All right, I think I got that reset. Bring you back in. Chat, it's not be nice to everybody day. It's just simply say something nice day. So that at least is a good differentiator between just being nice for the sake of being nice and just finding something positive to say about somebody today. Down says, hey, Papa Paws, hope you are doing well. Papa Paws said, Rust is a great game. Just need to find the right server. There you go. So maybe that'll help. I don't know if that's the case. And Chrissy said, agreed. My first Rust experience was when I was asked if I was a girl gamer. I said I was a gamer, and I was murked immediately.
Being a girl gamer is not the best to run around. Can confirm.
Which is incredibly frustrating because as somebody who took a pretty good retirement from gaming for a very long time and has gotten back into it mostly because A, the pandemic, and B, I missed people, so getting to play games with people, and now having been in the streamer space, like some of my favorite people to be around and game with are women. So that's a disappointing thing to hear that that's still a case.
I think I've gotten really lucky that I haven't dealt with like too many issues about it. I tend to have a pretty good experience when playing when actively seeking randoms to play with. And like I always mention that I'm a girl for the sake of just having it out there so that when they come in I don't have to deal with anything. But people are generally pretty cool about it in my experiences so far.
Let's do our top 10 list. This is on Say Something Nice Day. And so we're going to give you from Pam Levin, or Levine, one of the two, from lifehack.org, the top 15 compliments you could ever give or receive. Obviously, this is a very arbitrary list, but we're going to share them with you for the sake of maybe giving you brain fuel on something that you can say today to be nice to somebody.
1.
And so we'll start with number 1. This is a phrase. You are nothing less than special. Chat, bring it in. I want you to look at me, okay? You are nothing less than special. And I actually mean that because I will tell you what, doing this show has been an absolute fun experience since we started last August. It got exponentially more fun when y'all decided to hang out with us show in and show out. So I will tell you that you are nothing less than special for spending any semblance of time with me in Gaming Morning Show. So thank you. Genuinely appreciate it.
2.
This one, you are one of a kind. I think these descriptions, I was looking at the descriptions too. But you are one of a kind because I feel like, listen, like, Twitch is in itself just a big social hub, and I think the fact that every person in our community is just so unique in their own way. Like, not gonna if you were on the street, you wouldn't expect that to be from a person that you just randomly met, which is really cool. And I think that Twitch has been an awesome space for everybody during the COVID era times where nobody's allowed to leave their house, so we're all just online. But it's been really great getting to know everybody that I've met anyway. I know there's a couple people that like are in the stream right now. I'm like, I don't think I've ever talked to them before, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing I heard that somebody said the other day on a stream was, I think it might have been, well, I don't want to call anyone out in case it wasn't supposed to go off that stream, but somebody said that they had more personal kindness coming from people they had met streaming than they did in their actual personal life when it came to a special event recently, right? Isn't that interesting?
Yes, yeah.
But there are common bonds that we've been able to find with people too through this experience. I'm sure that help with that.
3.
Number 3 on this list is you always make people smile. The author writes, a smile always seems to help in even some of the most disparaging. Nope, that's not right. Disparaging situations? I can't read.
Despairing.
Thank you. But these kind of words shine your happy-go-lucky attitude and genuine desire to make others feel good. I try to smile as much as I can. By the way, I am horrible at smiling on camera, by the way. I do interview style shows, and I have to really force to like when I'm listening, because otherwise I have like this resting anger face. I'm just like, kind of got this downward chin. So I got to smile, and I try. So that's number 3 on this list.
4.
You're always there for me. If you ever want to express your trust in someone and let them know that they can count on you, this compliment is the one to say. Offering dependability, accountability, and a shoulder to lean on during challenges is always a good thing, which is very true. There's been a lot of people on Twitch that I've met, and I can say that there's a few people that have really truly always like been there and always like checked in on me. Hefty, you being one of them, which is really cool, and I like getting to share the experience with you guys is really, really cool.
It's really easy
5.
to bring kindness to people who are kind back, and so that's you're in that category too. Number 5, you always see the brighter side of things. Now, I have learned a lot, chat, about trying not to be toxically positive, because I did tend to always try to be like, well, let's figure out what good came out of this, right? In fact, the pandemic has taught me a lot, and I credit therapy as well, for helping me process the sadness as well. So I did learn something in the last 14, 15 months about that, but I do always try to at least find some sort of positive out of a negative as much as I possibly can, without now trying to spend time in that toxic positivity corner.
6.
6 here is you would make / you are a beautiful mother / father, which is a very interesting one that's on this list. Right. Why is that a compliment?
What? Interesting.
What kind of compliment is that?
Maybe it's someone observes you with even like an animal, and then translates that into humans, but that's not even the same thing either. So yeah,
this is low key like the weirdest pickup line you could have ever said to anybody too.
Yeah, I don't like that one. The author wrote something about expressing the acknowledgement that they see kind, caring, and loving quote-unquote parenting qualities in each other. It honors the giving spirit of a parent. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think that's a go-to one for me. I'm not taking that away, if you will.
We'll put that on the bad pickup lines list.
Could you imagine? First date, you sit down, you're like, yeah, no, I'm having a great time. I'm having so much fun with you. You know, now that I think about it,
that has happened to me. That actually happened to me. I like very recently, actually.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kate, I promise you, because Kate's talked about this on stream before. I have listened to you, and I don't think I've ever had this problem where I looked at somebody and be like, "Hey, when are you having kids?" Because I know that there's a lot of people who get really irritated about that. But I've listened specifically to Kate Zane. This quote right here: "I have enough people discussing me using my ovaries." Very good line. And so yeah, I don't think 6 is going to be a positive takeaway on this.
7.
Number 7. Hey, this one's a little bit better. It makes me think of Jelly. It makes me think of Kate with events. You always throw a great party. At least I can tell you from a Twitch standpoint, you throw a great party. I think that's true. I know that there is even IRL friends I know who, like, if they throw an event, Like, I'm going to be a lot more stoked about it than others who have thrown events. So, yeah, I think that that's a good one. Here we go. Bad Pib, you're getting all these.
You are the best friend slash mother slash father slash wife, husband, partner anyone could ask for. Listen, you are the best. I don't understand why all these extra things are in here. You could have just said the best person.
Right?
The word person would have really just.
Maybe.
I love the last line. It says, "Being the best in anything means you rank number one," which, listen,
I mean,
not always.
that's sometimes factual, but not always. Pam maybe was trying to reach for a word count on this one, so I had to add in a whole bunch of maybe, or maybe this is one of those things that Pam, like the editor, got a hold of and just was like, we need to add more things into this. All right, here we go. Number 9 on this list.
9.
You never cease to amaze me, but with the caveat, quote, or parentheses rather, spoken in a positive light. So they're trying to convey, I think, this idea that if I looked at you and said, hey, you never cease to amaze me, but I'm bringing it
It's
up.
my first visual is somebody just looking at one of those like sunlight lamps and just be like, you never cease to amaze me. Like the most positive way you could say it.
I'm gonna give 9 like 1.5 points. This list is trying. Let's round it up with number 10.
1, 0.
You set such a great example for others. The first line just says, if you're told this, be proud, which is very true. There's a lot of people that, especially in this community, is just, they kind of set I don't want to say a standard because they don't, but they set a great example of ways to like, be the nicest person that you can be while in a very open and public space. The internet is sometimes your best friend and others it's your worst enemy, and there's a lot of people that we have found in this community that just do really well about like teaching others on how to be the best that they can be in that scenario. And I know that the GMS guys for sure are a big standard that, like, I mean, they have a big open space where we can most everything that we might ever need in the morning, even some things that we never saw coming, which is probably one of the best things about it. And so I think that this is probably the best one so far.
The other ones on this list was you raise the bar, you always go the extra mile, you are always willing to lend a hand, you walk the talk, and also you have a heart of gold. All 5 of those last ones I think were significantly better than you would make a beautiful mother/father. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Chrissy, I have a secret to tell you. I was once told that I am a cupcake in a world full of bran muffins. I actually really like bran muffins, so I don't think that means that bran muffins are bad. However, I get the premise, and you are a cupcake in a world full of bran muffins, Chrissy. Kate said, I don't think people should be commenting on a woman's wish or non-wish or not wish to have children. Leave us alone and let us make our own decisions. Well, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with you. So, I'm with you.
I am with you on that.
Makita, quarantine made me like a therapist to my cousin because he's been having a hard time ever since 2020, but I am happy to help him. Absolutely. And Papa Paws and others are very good at this too. Like, if you don't have access to therapy, because there are limitations, things like insurance and costs and those kind of things, there's a lot of people on the internet, especially in this Twitch closer circle, this community, that will help you find resources and do the best we can to try to help that out. So Papa Paws is a good follow for that. There's others as well that you can follow.
Yeah, my friend Wonder Truly is just like that. You can hop into her space and we can talk about everything, even while she's streaming. We have a great space for that over there.
Also, Wonder Truly is an outstanding musician as well. Thank you for connecting us to Wonder Truly, because I've enjoyed those streams
absolutely.
as well.
She's an IRL friend now. We had a recent meetup, and it was just lovely getting to see people for the first time.
Let's go. Let's go. We're talking Twitch friendships becoming potentially real friendships, so that's pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Lady K, my parents are the opposite. Quote, I doubt you'll have any kids.
Well,
Lady K.
parents.
Yeah. Parents can be Interesting sometimes. Lady K, I've only gotten through because of friends on Twitch, and especially AJ, who is my world. AJ is one of the nicest human beings on the planet, so I want to give AJ a shout out as well. All right, we talked about Dune, and my understanding is Sean understood what Dune might have been one time. Did you know anything about Dune, the movie?
The movie? I don't think so. I know the name is familiar, but it might have been one of those things I never saw.
Yeah, I would have lost a trivia bet on this, but this is from John Porter of The Verge. The original Dune movie is actually getting a 4K release this upcoming year. So it's the original film adaptation of Frank Herbert's novel. They're going to try to make it a 4K movie. And again, remember, this came out in apparently the 80s, according to Sean. The original adaptation, 1984 is when it came out, is getting this limited edition Blu-ray release in late August. The film was both a critical and box office bomb that Lynch later disowned. This is the person who made the movie, David Lynch. It's a fascinating historical artifact and sci-fi cult classic. So now Arrow Films, the distributor, is going to put out a 4K version. You can even get pre-orders of this. They'll be available in the UK, the US, and Canada when it releases sometime later on this year.
I think they keep remaking movies because they know that they can do better now.
Maybe.
And like half of these movies aren't actually better.
Maybe. You know, I've always wondered this too. I wonder if a lot of this comes down to people who saw the movie when they were younger and they were like, man, I really want to remake that movie, or I really think I could do something with that movie. And then that's also why they get a secondary treatment. And I'm trying to provide a better answer than they just want more money. So.
Yeah, I mean, money's definitely a part of it, but I think like some people have some genuine ideas for these movies, and it just doesn't translate to the people that they work with. Which really sucks.
Yeah. Nintendo, I'm with you. Nintendo says they're remaking movies because no one in Hollywood has ideas anymore. I think
also true.
So I think there's ideas. I think there's a lot of folks who are in the position of power who aren't willing to take chances on those ideas. I also think that not enough people who have great ideas are being listened to. So there's that. It also makes me wonder if like it's more about risk taking, right? There's tons of great ideas. Is anyone willing to actually take the risk?
Yeah. That was my best goal yet. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. That was very nice. Oh, look at that. Flying from midfield. Goal!
Yeah. Always could score from midfield. Oh my gosh, they
forfeited.
left.
So sad.
Wow.
We were doing so great too. 7:40 on the West Coast. It is 10:40 out on the East. Just go ahead and ready back up, and we'll jump back into another game. Chad FM says, perhaps if people said, rather than you would make a great mother or father, we dial it down and say, I think you would be good at practicing making kids. I don't know. Is that more well received across the table on a first date? I don't think so.
That's like the conversation we once had back on Kate Zade's stream of would like we had a murder talk date.
Oh, I remember
I don't remember
that.
how we even got to that. I don't remember how we got to that conversation, but that was one of the funniest things I've ever talked about in my life.
Papa pause. I think that's exactly what that means. Is what Chat FM was alluding to. Yes, but thank you for spelling it out for us. Yeah, I was there when Kate was talking about. I can't remember, Kate, if you're still here. Was that a personal experience that you actually had where someone asked you some sort of like murder-esque question on a date?
Oh, I hit that the wrong way. I don't know what way we're going anymore. Oh no.
Oh, right. No, it was more of a hypothetical. Would you be comfortable if your date brought up murder on the first date and got there because Capso told AJ that she wanted to smother him with a pillow? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Kate does a good
combos.
Yeah, does a good handful of kind of just chatting-esque streams. I don't know if it's always intentional, but sometimes Kate will move on from the intention of the stream and get into just chatting too. And either way, it's a good time. I can't remember if that was one of the former or the latter. Well, that was easy. I didn't even touch that ball. Until
Yeah, that guy
the very
does
front.
not know what side he was going for.
Thank you for the assist, Catalina. All right, where do we go? Upstairs. Nintendo said that's definitely some ideas, and I agree with you fully. It's people in power not being willing to take any risks. Everything made by a major studio hasn't just been written. Written. It's been approved by some sort of big. No! I did it! I saved that. I can't believe I
that
saved
was
that.
so close.
I was busy reading chat.
Nice
I didn't even
save.
get to finish saying what I was supposed to be saying because I was busy trying to save the goal.
Oh,
Someone referenced
no.
Kingpin just now. Something about birthing hips.
Birthing hips.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's why comic book movies are making a big boom. It wrote itself. Let's see. What was Tabzo's, or what was AJ's? I guess it wasn't a question. Tabzo just straight out said AJ wants to smother you with a pillow.
Yeah. I don't remember what the context is behind it. I just know that that was something that was said. Oh.
That's funny. All right, chat. Thank you, Kajito, for the host this morning. Axe gave us a host as well as Aura. Appreciate everyone doing that on Twitch. Thank you very much. Coming up after this game, we got sports.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was
AJ
being
says-
smothered.
I was being smothered with compliments.
Nintendo. One time I asked Kate, do you stream games? And her reply was, yes, but I have regulars who have never seen me game.
Oh, this guy is just camping. What? Such a good shot from me.
Oh, no. No! Oh, phew.
Oh, that was a nice shot.
Yeah.
Need to blow this guy up. Just don't know how to do it.
Oh, that was too high.
Almost had it. I'm going the wrong way. I have no gas. They're gonna beat us there.
Well, Kate, if the discussion of AJ being smothered with a pillow got us anywhere near this pirate murder party that you're having, murder mystery party, then it will all have been worth it. I don't know if those two are related, but I want to believe that maybe they were. Also to whomever wrote Murdar. Well done.
What am I doing in here?
Oh no. Oh no.
Guy's just playing deep, like goalie.
That's right. I ain't afraid of no
Worst.
goalie.
Worst. Here he comes. He's decided to join the team.
Goalie busters. Oh no.
Oh, not like this. Just like jumping around in the goal. Don't worry about me. Just carrying this team.
Really needed that orb. Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Waiting for that opening.
One time I asked, oh, you already read that. It was Tabzo in the chat room with the pillow. That's a game of Clue. Murdar. Ah! Well, good moron to Jellybone Jabroni and the crew joining us this morning for this edition of Gaming Morning Show. We are a morning radio show that plays games, and right now we are in one of our gaming breaks. We're going to have sports coming up after this, and then
There you go.
your
Nice.
own wonderful
shot.
Jellybone Jabroni will be joining us to play 5 Questions GMS coming up in just 30 minutes from now. Good moron to everyone on the Jelly Raid on Twitch. Thank you so much for being here.
Moron.
My name is Ryan. I'm the one wearing the backward hat. Above me, that is Pib Jinky, who is joining us today as a guest host. Pib is a musician,
What?
an overall fantastic person on Twitch. And we appreciate hanging out with us. We are a morning radio show that plays games weekday mornings from 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. And we are on Facebook Gaming. We are on Twitch. We are on YouTube. Sometimes on Twitter. And you can always find us at gamingmorningshow.tv. And we have sports coming up in just a moment. Our topic of the day, for those joining us from the Jelly Raid, is Say Something Nice Day. So what do you have? How about this? This is a good thing for everyone who's joining from the Jelly Raid, is say something nice about Jelly. Now's a perfect time to do it because it's Jelly's birthday. And we celebrate birthdays every show in the 6 o'clock hour. Koopa with a mustache, thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. Captain_TV, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch as well. Big Jim, Hala is here as well. And Hyper Mitaru is hanging out with us as well. Chris M. Yee, mayor of the internet, comes across with the raid as well. It is great to see you this morning on Gaming Morning Show. Nintendo already with a Jelly makes every room brighter. Chrissy, happy birthday, Jelly. Oh my gosh, you don't have to. Yeah, we have to. It's Say Something Nice Day, and we're going to say something nice about our
Thank
5
you for
questions
being
game.
born.
Yes.
So we can celebrate you on this lovely day.
We can do the birthday song too, since you might have missed that, since it looks like you were on the air. Jelly, since today, June 1st, 2021 is your birthday, this is your birthday song. It is not very long. Toot toot.
Great rendition.
Thank you. I worked on that all night.
Perfect.
Very,
But-
very
Just see it.
careful concentrating on my lyrics, Pib. Are you proud of me?
Oh, this lyrics I've ever heard. It's better than any of mine.
Yes, literally the bestest human. I absolutely agree with that. Down said Jelly is a good mom and or dad. So if you missed that, we just had a list earlier with the top 15 compliments that are great to give or receive, and one was, "You look like you'd be the best mother or father." To which the chat,
No, it's you. You would make
oh my
a beautiful mother or father.
to which chat said something to the effect of, "How about no?"
Yeah. How about never tell me that again to my face?
It was not well received. Let's put it that way. Other than that, Pam did a pretty okay job with the list, but that one was not good. All right, it is time for sports. Do you like sports? Are you much of a sports fan?
I love sports. I'm currently keeping up with 2 teams in the playoffs, one being the home team where I'm at, and one being my team, which is Philadelphia 76ers. They were sweeping the Wizards in their first round of the playoffs so far. I think it's 3-1 now.
Yeah, Wizards won last night.
Good.
That was a final. Washington 122-114 over Philly, so the Sixers have a 3-1 lead as the top seed in the Eastern Conference.
And the Philly is going to be fully capacity for the next game. It's going to
Interesting.
be wild.
Have you ever heard the Philadelphia 76ers theme song from the 70s?
No.
I will send you a link
Yep,
for
definitely
it.
not.
It is pretty legit. Here they come, Philadelphia 76ers, team of the year. It's very disco-y.
Sounds about right. I mean, 76ers almost sounds like a very disco-y name, to be fair.
Whereas I think the name came from United States Independence Year, I would imagine.
Say the Philadelphia Eagles fight song is a pretty good one too.
Ooh, fly,
think
Eagles, fly on the
Yeah.
road to victory. Yeah, Philly apparently
That's
listened to
so hype.
Utah 120, Memphis 113. So Utah has a 3-1 lead over the Grizzlies, and that also 1-8 matchup on the Western Conference side. It is time for Mike O's favorite segment, which is, did the Mets win last night? And it turns out they did. They won 6-2 at Arizona, believe it or not. Beat the Diamondbacks.
Say, I need to go to a game, but I'm too scared to go outside still.
Yeah, I'm not ready for it either.
That's a lot of people.
I might be going to a minor league baseball game here in the next couple weeks, but I'm going to sit as far out on the outfield
Minor
side
league's
as I
not
can.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, please let it be outside and let me sit on the lawn on the roof of that one building.
Right? Absolutely. Montreal beat Toronto 3-1 to wrap up their Eastern Conference Hockey Playoff Series, the NHL playoffs. Montreal eliminates Toronto, which was the top seed. And the Islanders beat Boston to even that series 1 apiece, a final in overtime. One other thing to mention, Naomi Osaka dropped out of the French Open. So Osaka is an outstanding tennis player and was saying that did not want to meet with the media during the French Open because, quote, experiences huge waves of anxiety before speaking to the media and revealed she had suffered long bouts of depression. So in professional sports, this has been unorthodox, right? You're always supposed to meet with the media, but Naomi's taken a stand and saying, listen, I can't do this for my own mental health. And so people who are running a lot of the majors in tennis, according to the Associated Press, were saying that, hey, Osaka would be fine and potentially additional punishment would include disqualification or suspension if she continued with her intention, which Osaka revealed last week on Twitter, to not only, quote, do anything with press during Roland Garros, which is the French Open site. But anyway, long story short, Naomi just pulled herself out of the tournament. Just said the hell with it.
I'm a big fan of Naomi, and I'm so glad she's just took a stand and was like, you guys aren't going to kick me out. I'm going to leave because if this is something that you guys are going to be like I'm not going to support that. Like, I think that's great. And I think that people speaking up, people are getting louder and louder and louder every day, which is so good.
Yeah.
So inspiring.
I like it from the standpoint of people need to take care of themselves first and foremost. You have to be the best edition of yourself that you can be. And in this case, you know, Naomi is going to have an impact on somebody by taking the stand and hopefully take care of herself as well. So I'm in favor. Nintendo said Naomi Osaka was like, you want press coverage? I'll show you press coverage. Good for her. Chrissy, I love that she chose to take care of herself and advocated for her mental health. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
I think it's getting louder for mental health these days, which is really good. Everybody's talking about it more.
Yeah, and using a platform to make a stand is huge. Absolutely. All right, it is 7:55 West Coast time, 10:55 on the East Coast, 3:55 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Doo-doo-doo. We got Jellybone Jabroni coming up to play 5 Questions GMS, a special birthday edition of 5 Questions GMS coming up. You can join Jelly for the stream, the birthday stream. Thanks again for the raid. So stream number 1 in the books. Stream number 2 comes your way at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Jelly will be playing LGBTQIA plus dating game with Chris M.E., Kate Zaid, Austin Tac 12, Earthling Gaming. And they will be helping Jelly act out roles. Also doing a cosplay that Jelly said, quote, is all about love and perfect for this for so many reasons, unquote. And I can't wait to show you all. It's coming up at 2 p.m. Pacific time today on Jelly's channel, which we'll shout out right now. Next hour, we'll play some community games. No, we won't, because we have 5 Questions GMS. Pib will hang out for the rest of the show. Pib is guest hosting and streaming later today. You can find Pib on Twitch as well. Outstanding music streamer. We will also have our Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Renews coming up next hour as well. So a lot still to come your way on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. It is Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. We appreciate you being here on Facebook Gaming, on Twitch, on YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. We'll be right back.
that is so juicy.
Wow, incredibly juicy.
Like a scene from a movie. Let's make it juicy. Let's make it juicy. From a movie. Let's make it juicy. Let's make it juicy.
That is so juicy.
Wow, incredibly juicy.
Bend over backward and over again. I'm jumping boots, so you don't have to. Making you smile.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, GMS, Morning Gaming Renews, and we play 5 questions. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 3 right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. It is Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. Thanks for being here wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, sometimes Twitter, always at GamingMorningshow.tv. It has been a lot of fun with guest host Pib Jinky this morning. Thank you so much for hanging out with us all day.
Absolutely. Definitely my pleasure. It feels very surreal to be hosting something that's not my music stream. Host that? Do I just do that?
All of the above. All of the above. And here's what I love about it is this is, again, a way for me to connect with more people and bring more people into radio. I've had a passion for radio my whole life. And if you don't know, chat, this is a radio show that plays games, right? So the idea is if you used to listen to a Hot 100 FM type music station back in the day, this is the same concept as a morning show on that, but instead of the music that they play in their FM format, we just play some games in between, and we'll play some more Rocket League coming up. But point being is anyone who has a chance to get more reps being in radio and having an opportunity to join us, I'm in favor of. So we'll definitely have you back in the future.
That sounds good. Good to be here.
Thank you again, Jellybone Jabroni, for the raid this morning. Coming up 2 p.m. Pacific time, Jelly will be back on the air with a special birthday stream, and we will play 5 questions GMS with Jelly coming up here in about 15 minutes from now. It is Go Barefoot Day. It is World Milk Day, Tabletop Day, World Reef Awareness Day, National Olive Day, National Heimlich Maneuver Day, National Nail Polish Day, National Hazelnut Cake Day, Global Day of Parents, National Pen Pal Day, Flip a Coin Day, Oscar the Grouch Day, Wear a Dress Day, and I'm guessing Mike just put this in here for funsies, June. Thank you, Mike.
What gets me every time.
If you don't know who Mike is, Mike's one of our co-hosts of Gaming Morning Show. He'll be back on Friday. We'll tell you more about our 5 questions GMS guest on Friday coming up tomorrow as well. It's funny you should ask Suf, because Suf, today is in fact Say Something Nice Day. Suf, I am thankful that you're willing to join us at 1:05 a.m. tomorrow in Australia. So I always appreciate you doing that. It means a lot to us. Thank you. Let's see, who else is on here? Yeah, you got Juicy, so you're welcome, Nintendo Nerds. That is a song. We play much of the music from the community and beyond. That includes our friend Pib, who has tracks that we play during our breaks for sure. You can find more about our music by going to those links there, including our friend Lucy the First, Superphonic, and of course Pib as well. All right. What do we got? 8:05 a.m. Pacific time, 11:05 out on the East, and 4:05 for those watching in the UK. We do a 3-hour show. It is officially time.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
The Final Hour crew has checked in, including...
Greetings, Final Hour crew ambassador Nintendo Nerds.
And...
Greetings, Final Hour crew ambassador Chris M. Yee.
The mayor of the internet is here.
Who is probably in the shower.
Of course, watching us from the shower, as Chris tends to do from time to time. We are appreciative that you are here. We are going to tell you about not just a blood moon, but we are going to tell you about a super flower blood moon. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's going to be a story coming up. We'll also tell you how much Quiet Place Part 2 was able to raise going back to the box office, because everyone seems to be going back to the movies. Here's a question for you, chat. Would you be willing to go to a movie? I'm curious, like, do you miss the theater? Chris M. Yee had rented out a theater for Chris M. Yee's birthday a couple of weeks ago. I know that Kate Zaid was able to go, and many others from the community were able to check out a movie for the first time. Pib, are you ready to go back to a movie theater?
Nope. It's just like, it's the sports effect, you know, like sports, at least if you go to a sports game, it's outside. Theater is much too enclosed for me. Plus, I was never a person that really went to the movies anyway. It was just like a luxury that I didn't really have till later in life when I moved to Arizona. And so it's just not something that I'm used to doing.
Oh, I didn't think that was going to go in there. Yeah, I think I agree, Nintendo. Like, being able to have the ability to rent out a movie theater, because now, I mean, because of the issues with the pandemic in terms of profits for, movie theaters, they lowered the price of something like that down to like $99. So that's kind of cool if you're able to pull resources together. So,
well, and Nintendo Nerds is saying if renting it out with people that I know is sounds cool. That's a great idea too. It's like as long as like everybody is vaccinated in these times, of course, as long as everybody is safe, I think I'd be open to it. But more so, like, I just don't want to be around big crowds of people. I never did well with big crowds of people before. Like, even when I would play a live show, like, even that was a lot for me. Like, music is just kind of like a, oh my gosh, these guys are destroying us. But yeah, music is just like it's a hobby of mine. It was never something that I planned on doing for the rest of my life, or like even really doing on a stage. It was just kind of like for me, and I don't mind putting out music because nobody has to see me, but big crowds is not my forte.
Yeah, and see, I love going to crowded places. Like, I'm definitely socially extroverted and eager to be in like seas of people as soon as possible again. But I am also gonna kind of bide my time because I'm still like, I went to an ice cream place outside yesterday and had some ice cream, and it was fun to kind of get out. But even toward the end of that, having eaten, you know, in proximity to people for the first time in a long time, I
Well, yeah, and I've been
feel
seeing like people going to like Disneyland. I'm like, how are you ready for that?
yeah,
My family members were even talking like, we should all take all the kids to Disneyland, and I was like, what? Like, you guys can go without me. That's a hard pass. I don't. My brother was recently in California, and he said that he was very nervous to be there, which makes sense. Like,
well, and Chris, I
just
think,
so
has
big.
been to Disneyland in the last couple of weeks. So, yeah. So Chris is.
yeah, I know
someone we
Audrey
could
was
ask.
talking about it.
Chris, was that nerve wracking at all, or was that something that was pretty okay for you? Jelly says, I'd pass around being around people right now too. Yeah, I get it. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I can't connect with this bowler today.
Yep, I'm really struggling on this one too. It's all right. This is where the games don't matter. So Jelly, what were you playing prior to joining us? What was your morning stream like?
Yeah, how'd the stream go so far? I hear she's doing more than one stream today. There's excuse me, sir.
Yeah, and that's where Jelly, I'm siding on the whole mask post-pandemic thing. Is like, I think it would be great if they kind of were normalized, because I like the fact that in general,
Yeah.
it seems like I haven't had as many people around me who are sick with, like, you know, the sniffles, let alone the folks who, like, we don't even know if the vaccine's going to be as effective
Oh,
for
no.
like immunocompromised.
Well, and like, I like having a mask because my face tells everybody everything I'm thinking. Not having to wear a mask really just helps me
Yeah.
stay a little bit more mysterious. However, my eyes are doing more for me these days.
These eyes. Dun, 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 dun.
These eyes, these lies.
I also hit pitches only dogs could hear, I think.
Dang it.
Was that during your stream?
This guy.
Well, and honestly, like, Nintendo, that's where we had the story, like, in November about Razer, the company that, you know, makes peripherals for PCs and such. They had made that, like, you know, really, for lack of a better word, like, expensive looking mask, right? That was
Oh yeah,
had, like,
the
the
one that you had to
trans-
charge.
yeah, had like LEDs in it, and then like had a transparent front, and had like voice
Yeah.
amplifiers or something like that. And that's where I was like, I kind of think I'd prefer to have that as opposed to just a like general N95 or like surgical mask, because it's transparent. Like, I could at least have people be able to see my mouth moving, and for some reason, like, I miss part of that aspect of.
Can we
not
talk
having
about
masks.
craziest masks of the pandemic, and how the only one that's the craziest is the one that's clearly open mouthed?
What?
The one, well, it's not like it's just a clear mask where you can see people's mouths, which is like
Yeah, it is.
it's so
interesting.
gross to me.
I was watching a lot of the college softball playoffs, and one of their sideline reporters for ESPN was wearing one that was translucent, so you could kind of see the questions leaving her mouth. You know, there was more of that non-verbal side of things, because it's also hard when you're a sideline reporter, having done that job before, to, you know, especially in noisy environments, for people to hear you. And so being able to like kind of mouth what you're trying to say too is helpful.
Yeah.
Wait, you've seen
I think-
lacy masks? I'm sorry, someone said lacy unwise decisions. What? A lacy mask?
Ugh. Wow, if he scores off of that, that's crazy.
Chrissy said, once
Oh,
saw
no!
a lady wearing a blue hospital mask with a hole cut in the mouth.
People so
Oh my gosh, I ran right past
ridiculous.
All right, well, we lost that one. That's okay. We'll be back and better than
okay.
ever coming up. All right, we got 8:14. Jellybone's going to join us here in about 5 minutes from now. We'll play 5 questions. GMS, if you've never been here before and seen 5 questions after the game is over, go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow, and you can see our past videos, including our past 5 questions GMS games that we've played. With likes of Sushi Love Chan, Kiki Low has played the game before, DRG's played the game before, all the way to our friend Tom Thinks. A lot of our old episodes available. Miss Bummer's played 5 questions before. You can go to youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. And we do offer a Patreon as well, patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. In the breaks and before the show starts, be sure to look at the bottom line. And thank you for everyone who are starting to celebrate 5-month sub-anniversaries. Coming up, including Piv as well. Thank you so much for your support of Gaming Morning Show.
My pleasure to be here.
Kopia's here. Good morning to you, Kopia, reporting in with the final hour crew today.
Hello, FHC.
Today is a good day,
Good
says Sencho,
morning.
so I'm happy Sencho is here as well. Do you get much into astrology, nighttime, stars, moon, any of that stuff? Is that a big deal to you?
Depends on how my life is going at the moment. Sometimes I search the stars for answers. If it's not going great.
I do like kind of looking up to the void, if you will, even though I'm not talking to anyone in particular. So I kind of feel you in that respect. But I used to like look at constellations, and one of my favorite places to go, and this is again pre-pandemic, is we had a membership to a museum of science in the Portland area. And they had a planetarium, and there happened to be the membership that we got gave unlimited planetarium trips. So me and my daughter would just go there and look at this is what the sky is gonna look like tonight show. So I do miss that.
That's wild. Yeah, I would say when it comes to astrology, I really like looking at people's birth charts, like learn more about people. However, it does change the way I interact with them after meeting them. If I don't already have an opinion of them before reading their birth chart, then I interact with them a totally different way than I probably would have.
Is that supposed to be a greater than astrology, greater than astronomy, Sencho? I do like getting lost into the more astrology side of things as well. The recently retired Kopia is here. Good morning, Kopia. Appreciate hanging out with us. And Jelly at some point is going to be cosplaying one of Kopia's yachts because, of course, when you retire, you have to have several yachts, as Kopia does. Well, let's tell you this. This is the Super Flower Blood Moon story that I talked about. Sophie Lewis of CBS News has this. Quote, the most spectacular full moon of the year will be seen in the early hours, or was seen, in the early hours last Wednesday, May 26th. And it's apparently not marked just as a supermoon, but also as a lunar eclipse, or so-called blood moon. And so NASA ended up being able to photograph this. This is the first super flower blood moon lunar eclipse captured in photos. It happens in terms of the flower moon because May's full moon is traditionally known as the flower moon because of the abundance of flowers associated with spring in the northern hemisphere, according to CBS News. A supermoon occurs when the moon appears larger than usual in the night sky because it is aligned more with Earth's orbit. Here's what I like, is I like being surprised by the gigantic moons, you know, where it's like, hey, I'm going to go run to Walgreens. I need to get something for the kids. And then you go outside and you're like, oh my gosh. What the hell is that?
Like, it's like right there. It's right on that mountain.
And then for some reason, I can't help but think of that Bruce Almighty quote with Jim Carrey going like, look at the moon tonight. We really shouldn't waste it. For some reason, that always sticks with me too.
That movie is my favorite movie of all time.
No kidding.
I'm not kidding. And the one thing that gets me every single time is the line where he says, all this horsepower, no room to gallop. then just says, "Hi ho, Cheerio, away."
Oh, that's awesome. I haven't
Gets
watched
me
Bruce
every
Almighty
time.
for quite some time. My favorite Jim Carrey movie all time was Liar Liar. I loved Liar
That's
Liar.
such a good one. Jim Carrey is one of my favorites. Some people have like celebrity crushes and stuff. I always had celebrity parents that I wanted, and I thought like the dynamic of Jim Carrey versus like Queen Latifah would be funny, or, like Eddie Murphy with some random white woman, because I just think that dynamic would be really funny.
There's so many quotable moments from Liar Liar, and I actually have a friend, very good friend from college, who I swear is like Jim Carrey's long lost brother. Like they have facial expressions that are identical. Lady K supplying us this fun fact: often people mistake Artemis as goddess of the moon. However, she is simply the guardian of the moon goddess Selene in Greek belief.
Lady K, fact of the day. Day.
Thank you, Lady K. Love it. Snufkin said, "My dad's a liar." You mean a lawyer? Kid shrugs. That always gets me. And Deeb is here. Deeb says it's Pibitha.
Listen, I'm still trying to give her that name. There's 2 people that keep using it. However, I have updated my Stream Elements bot in my channel to the Pibitha bot. So there is a Pibitha in my stream at all times now, but you guys need to stop calling me that.
It's time for 5
I prefer
questions.
Pib the Magic Dragon, okay?
Ooh, I like that one a lot. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Pib the Magic Dragon. All right,
I've
we gotta
also
get to-
got Pibby Jinky.
We gotta get to Jelly. We gotta get to Jelly. Gaming Morning Show continues, and we are so thankful to have the opportunity to play 5 Questions GMS with the one, the only Jelly Bone Jabroni joining us on the show. Jelly, good moron to you.
Morning.
And of course, happy birthday to you as well. We'll have Pib join us here in a second to play 5 Questions with us. We are here because it is your birthday today, and we are so excited for a special stream that you have coming up today. In fact, it turns out your second stream of the day at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Describe what people can join.
Ryan, you're cutting in and out for me.
Oh, no, that's fine. Thank you for letting me know. Let me know if it gets any better if I do that. Is that any better or is that worse?
Maybe better?
Okay, is it better if I go this way?
I think so.
All right, we're going to try that. Tell me about the stream that you have at 2 p.m. Pacific time today.
So tonight's stream, I'm going to be playing, I want to make sure I say the name right because of my dyslexia. I flip it around. It's called Our Life Beginnings and Always. It is an LGBTQIA plus, friendly game. You're pretty much, you pick your character. You can be they, she, him. You pick your pronouns, you create your character, and then you meet the boy next door who moved in, and you have like a little love story that goes on. There's a whole bunch of different options you can pick. I've already put like 40 hours into the game and run through it like 4 different times. I've gotten different scenes each time. So like lots of different options. There is DLC for it, which I've also bought because I wanted to support the creators because it is for a free game. It is really good and really well worth it. So I'll be doing that. I'm going to be cosplaying the Demon Slayers, the anime. They have a character called the Love Hashira who is born on June 1st and the same height and weight as me. So I will be cosplaying anime me.
Your cosplays are so awesome. I mean, you put so much effort into that world. What is it
Thank
about
you.
cosplay that really drives you? Why do you enjoy it so much?
I think it's really more my sibling. My middle sibling started to do it a lot. They've done Peach. They've done Star Trek like mashups with Sailor Moon characters. So they've done cosplays, and it's kind of really gotten me into it because even though I am disabled, I can still play these fun characters who I wish I could be in another. I always watched animes. I want to be this person, and I want to do this, and now I can be that person at least. It'll be just fine.
You do it tremendously. Again, the amount of effort and the detail that you put into them. And we're looking forward to, of course, the one that I can't stop thinking about now, which is when you dress up as one of the recently retired Copia's yachts. So that'll be very exciting. Did your boat fabric come in?
Not yet. I'm still waiting for the boat fabric to come in.
I can't wait. Well, there's a specific reason you are here, and that is to play 5 Questions GMS. Let's do it right now with the one, the only Jelly Bone Jabroni on Gaming Morning Show. Pib is back with us, and we'll ask you question number 1, Jelly. I'm going to try to make sure that I speak slowly, only to make sure that it doesn't cut out. Of the categories we gave you, you said you are most knowledgeable about entertainment. Okay. So,
Probably.
we're going to ask you about Yogi Bear. Where does Yogi Bear live? Does Yogi Bear live in Ledges State Park, Jellystone National Park, or Picnic Basket Wildlife Refuge?
I mean, I'm going to be biased and say Jellystone National Park because I have I feel.
It's almost like we might have set you up for that one.
Yes.
That is
I
correct.
know.
Ding! Absolutely. 1 for 1. Jelly is correct. Jellystone National Park. And
Hey, boo boo.
Whoa! Whoa, that was so solid.
Picnic basket.
That was so great. Because I was actually going to ask you bonus point if you can give us a Yogi impression. Problem solved. Apparently, there are actually Jellystone National Park like places. Have you ever seen one?
No.
This is like a series of apparently like RV parks or something like that, and the person went to the rights holder of Yogi Bear and was like, hey, I'd like to franchise the name Jellystone Parks, and apparently you can find 10 of them by the end of 1971. Who knew? So Jelly is 1 for 1. Question number 2, Pib.
Question number 2. So, they've asked you if you have a favorite joke, dad joke or otherwise. You said that you did. So, what's your favorite dad joke or joke in general?
Oh, there's a few. I got 2. Can I go for 2?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have my family's favorite. So my true dad joke. What time is it? And to get a watch. And also, did you hear about the fire at the circus? It was intense.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That was great. That was great.
Correct. Ding, ding, ding.
I used that one on Groggy.
Oh my gosh. All that makes me think of is anytime that I'm watching Kiki Low play Apex, Kiki will say, that is intense, and I just can't help but type in all caps, intense. So maybe I'm good at dad jokes.
Yeah, see, you just knew it. Your dadness was already taken over.
Well, you're 3 for 2 so far. You're ahead of the curve. Jellybone Jabroni. Question number 3 for you. We asked you your favorite material possession or brand, and you told us your cosplays. So I already asked you kind of how you got into it and why it's a big deal. What is, in fact, your favorite cosplay story?
Favorite cosplay story? Do I have a favorite? I'm not sure I've really... I'm trying to think. I don't know if I really have, like...
A
a favorite
memory?
one yet. I haven't really gotten to do one yet with my siblings. So like once I get to do that, like me and my siblings, my sisters, we all want to be the Sanderson sisters because there's 3 of us and 3 of them, and we each for one of them as kids. So we have a plan to do a Sanderson sibling cosplay. So like that is I guess kind of my dream. Like that is what I'm looking for. That moment will be my pinnacle of cosplay.
Which is the
'Cause
best
the oldest
sister?
hasn't yet. I mean they're all good, but I was always married because I have the good sense of smell, so I smell children.
I love that. All right, judges, does that one count? Yeah, it looks like we're good.
You are a genius.
You are 4 for 3 as we continue
you, Bob.
five questions GMS. Pib, question number 4.
Question number 4. We asked you where you have not traveled that you would love to go. You said New Zealand, and New Zealand's top export is concentrated milk. So, that being said, how much concentrated milk did New Zealand export in 2019? According to at OEC World, it's going to be either 3 billion, 4 billion, or 5 billion USD.
Say 5, because I feel like concentrated milk's got to be ballin'. I'm gonna go with 5.
It's 5.73 billion. This is wild. It says that 2019, New Zealand exported a total of 40.5 billion, making the number 55 exporter in the world. During the last 5 reported years of the exports of New Zealand have changed by negative 2.6 billion from 43.1 billion in 2014 to 40.5 billion in 2019. That is bonkers.
Highly concentrated
Wild.
milk.
Concentrated milk.
It takes more effort to make. That's why it's highly concentrated. Bonus dad joke.
You said
Oh my word.
concentrated milk. Something. What'd you say? Concentrated milk is balling.
Something
Yeah,
like
she
that.
says I think it's gotta be 5 because it's gotta be ballin'.
That were 2 things that I never thought we would have go together, and Jellybone Jabroni has brought it together, and I am so thankful for that. All right, you're going into the final question, a total of 5 of 4, so you're on pace to beat 100%, which is always exciting. We asked you about something that you seem to know a lot about that others seemingly do not. And you said accessibility, diabetes, and the anime One Piece. So this is a choose your own adventure 5th question. What is one thing you'd like us to know about any one of those topics?
Okay. Ooh, that's a lot because I got so many. Ooh. What? I'm gonna go with my nerdiness on this one and do One Piece. So we're gonna go with that. There is a character named Persona, I believe. She's in charge of ghosts and negative feelings. Her birthday is actually June 1st, too. So I share a birthday with a character from One Piece. Also,
Nice.
One Piece is worth watching.
Judges?
Ding!
All right, Jellybone Jabroni, you are 6 of 5. I want you to know that I had considered the fact that the anime was called One Piece asking you about swimsuits, but I was like, nah, I don't want to do that today. And so we decided to go with the Choose Your Own Adventure, and you passed flawlessly. Jellybone,
Thank you.
you are a
Thank you.
fantastic person. I said what I said in my tweet earlier. You can find me at Hefty Goof, but you've been somebody that I just think is a joy to be around. You bring a lot of great stuff to the world of streaming, and then obviously your cosplays are a whole nother notch. What are the details of your stream again today, 2 p.m. Pacific?
Yes, so 5 p.m. Eastern. Me, Kate Zade, Austin Attack, Chris and me, and Earthling Gaming are going to be joining me as voice actors. Chris is going to be my love interest. Kate and Austin are my mommies, and Earthling is my sister. They're playing some other characters too, so it's Elizabeth Gaming for the day for Earthling, just so you know, Elizabeth Gaming. And we're going to have a lot of fun. There are going to be some very emotional scenes. It does talk about divorce as children. And there is stuff about adoption that may arise in it. I will try and let you guys know, but just so you know, there are some emotional aspects to it. And I'm excited for it. We're gonna
Yeah,
have fun.
and I think that's indicative of, again, you're so kind to your community. It is Say Something Nice Day, so I'm not just telling you it because it's today, but thank you so much for being here. And of course, good job having a birthday. We're very thankful that you're part of our community. Jellybone Jabroni, thank you so much for joining us on Gaming Morning Show.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun. Jellybone will be streaming again 2 p.m. Pacific later today on the show. All right, it's Pib and Ryan the rest of the way. We appreciate hanging out with us today on the show. It's been a lot of fun so far. If you missed any of Jelly's appearance on the show, you can find it on our YouTube page. Please go check out youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. Can we get some hearts for Jelly? Fantastic streamer, as I mentioned, and a person I am very thankful to get to know. And I'm looking forward to that stream coming up later on today. Pib, what did... this is a precursor to takeaways that were pretty okay, but what did you learn about concentrated milk that you didn't know before the show? Because I learned a lot.
Concentrated milk seems like what I've learned is that I need to go to New Zealand because it really seems like their milk is ballin' over there.
That is the best line I've heard in so long. Concentrated milk be ballin'.
Ballin'.
$5 billion. And I really did think, for what it's worth, I really did think it was going to have something to do with sheep, because one of my friends traveled to New Zealand and did, I can't remember what they call it, but it's that thing where you basically work on a farm and for room and board, and then that's how you kind of like make a trip in New Zealand sustainable when you're like in your student years. Gosh, what was that called? I worked at like a kiwi farm, was a bartender for a little bit of time. Anyway, long story short, told me that there's more sheep per capita than people in New Zealand. So I was hell-bent that was going to be the top export, but apparently it's concentrated milk.
Interesting. Strange, very strange thing.
Jelly was worried that Jelly was going to curse on the show. It's okay. You wouldn't have been the first one to do it, but you didn't, to my knowledge. So you would get bonus points for that as well. 7 of 5. 7 of 5. All right, let's play one more game of Rocket League, and then we'll get into our takeaways that were pretty okay, chat. So anything that you learned from today's show, including concentrated milk be balling, you can bring that up toward the end of the show. We'll also have our clip of the day here in a little bit, too. How'd you enjoy your first 5 questions GMS experience?
It's very good. I actually don't think I've ever actually seen it as a viewer either. So it's very different being just starting out in the host chair.
That's true. At least I know that our random little flow chart to try to get the questions across is pretty good, because it seemed to work pretty
It worked
okay.
out.
So, yeah. Thank you, AJ.
Missed that ball.
I didn't switch scenes right away, so I had us full screen. There's nothing more humbling, Pib, than playing a video game while your face is full screen. It's happened
many a
several times
time.
on the show.
Well, you've got so many different things that you do. Understand? It's like you switch scenes throughout the entire morning.
True.
Oh.
And that's why I have AJ on retainer to let me know when I haven't changed the scene.
Right. Unofficial mod
Official, unofficial mod.
for everyone.
I feel like that should be
Right.
something I need to add to the post-show credits, where it's like, promotional consideration made by Real AJ Storm is an unofficial official mod, and was not paid for his appearance on today's show.
Oh, I'm just gonna try and explode that guy I missed. Took a sharp left.
Well, Jelly, I hope that the audio evened out on your end, because that's the one thing that is
yeah.
always so tough about doing the interviews on the show, is there's no way for us to do the show and have everything clear at the beginning. Like we can't be on at 5 in the morning trying to do audio checks and stuff. So I just pretty much spend, I don't know, quarter of the show really hoping things just work.
It's not a stream without difficulties
Correct.
and something going wrong.
but I do appreciate a good live edit. So nice goal. Nice goal.
Thank you.
Nintendo Nerds asks, streamer, would you rather be on only face cam for 5 minutes or muted for 15 minutes? I'll let you go first.
Yeah, neither. I'd rather just not stream.
Yes, and thank you, Jelly. One of my goals for our show is to get our closed captions up and running here in the next couple of weeks. I'm taking some vacation, and it's been on my to-do list forever, and I haven't stopped to do it. And I would like to have those available on our stream. So thank you for bringing up closed captioning as well. Yeah, Nintendo, you have. In fact, I think that's the one that I'm planning to get set up. I just haven't stopped long enough to do it, and I need to. One thing that's really impactful for me was there are alt text descriptions on Twitter, and this is where you type out what the picture is, what the picture looks like for those who aren't able to see it. And I read one time on a tweet about just like, if I'm not able as an able-bodied person to take, the couple of seconds that takes to do, which in truth it does take just a couple of seconds. Then what am I sharing, right? And so I've been trying to make an effort, both with Gaming Morning Show and the stuff that I do outside of this, to make sure I do that. I'm definitely not 100% yet. I'm definitely working on trying to get there. But I have a lot of work to do. I am thankful, though. We use an app called Buffer, which is a social media scheduling app, and it is free for up to 3 different social media accounts and up to 10 different messages at any given time. And what I like about it is it allows you to schedule things out pretty easily. You can make a posting schedule, and then you can just kind of put things into slots as opposed to having to pick specific times that you want things to go out. And I am thankful that Buffer does have for Twitter built-in alt text descriptions, meaning I can, with the stuff that we pre-plan to go out as well, include alt text descriptions. So I'm thankful for that. I'm gonna try to center this for you, Pib. Oh no, I failed. I failed. So much fail.
Poop. Oh, I think I hit that. Go.
Nice. Nice work.
Nice. I had no idea where you were. I was just hoping you weren't behind me.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Makita, my battery's been low all morning. It's a failure. Let's see. Jelly said, my sibling does the head of accessibility. Their stream we raised yesterday. Want me to put you two in touch? Yeah, you're always welcome to connect me through Discord or otherwise. I use Twitter DMs quite a bit. Hefty Goof. So absolutely, yeah, I'd love to be connected.
Oh, nice shot.
That one went pretty well. Yeah, is Instagram's alt text, Deeb, not very good? Because we don't use Instagram for our show, but I haven't ever checked for my own personal account.
Oh, Lord.
It's just rolling.
Oh, no, I missed it twice.
I did too. I just got credit for a save by stopping the slow roller. Nice job.
Oh, wow, they really just let me do that.
Coming up after
I was going to say, I was like holding it the whole time.
Coming up after this game, I'll tell you about The Quiet Place 2 and what kind of earnings happened from the box office run over Memorial Day weekend. We'll have that coming up, and like I said, Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. We'll have our first name of the morning as far as a game chosen for June, and our name of the month giveaway for May will come your way sometime next week, potentially. So. And fulfillment, I promise, Lady K will still send you the game for Aerial Knights Never Yield. And, gosh, was it K-Laugh who won our April name of the month giveaway? Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. So we'll have that for you as well.
That game involves a lot of burping, I hear.
Really?
Yep. I recently watched our friend Maintaining Mediocrity play. And everybody thought that she was burping the whole time, but it is indeed the game. So just in case you stream it.
That's funny. I couldn't help but think of our friend Claire Witchbaby, who is quite a burper on stream too, so maybe that's a good game to connect Claire to. I really need to get Turnip Boy. Well, you can, and it's the name of the month. And someday we'll be able to tell you, use discount code GMS and save 15%, but today is not that day. So instead, you can buy it on Steam and enjoy it. That's good. All right? Yeah, it's good. All right, box office, A Quiet Place Part 2 smashes pandemic era record, $57 million, according to Brett Young of Variety. Did you watch A Quiet Place 1 or just A Quiet Place?
I did not, but I heard it was so good, and I have not had a chance to watch it. I'm not a big scary movie fan.
Yep, me neither. And I just, after playing this Resident Evil thing, I think all that's happening right now is it's being reinforced of just how much I'm not into scary movies. So. Not bad. Well, Gonzo loved it, so yeah, that's pretty good. It's a second one that came out, and it was kind of Paramount's big push to try to encourage people to go back to movies. And this is thankful. I want to thank Ruggs, who earlier, I don't think I acknowledged it, but it said about 18% of Romania's has had the vaccine for COVID-19, whereas the numbers in the U.S. are obviously, probably some of the leaders in the world because of the fact that so much of this is economics based, right? The United States is a ridiculously rich country, and therefore, they choose to give it to us first. And I've had these conversations with a lot of people offline because it's just disheartening to feel like pre-pandemic life is returning in the United States, while there's some places that are still like Romania, sub 20%, who have had access to the vaccine, at least the first shot. So that's where it's like I'm conflicted, Pib, like talking about a movie being this moment that people are starting to return to theaters, and then at the same time realizing that like people are still dying by the thousands in other places of the world. So I'm torn.
Right. And honestly, I think that's part of why I don't want to go out yet, is because not everybody can.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like such a luxury and like such a self-centered thing to be going out and doing all these things when the rest of the world, like our country was the country being so reckless through everything, and every other country was listening, yet our country is the first one vaccinated and everybody else is still struggling to see family members and things, and that is so tough. And I just care more about everyone else than I do like my neighborhood, there's more. The whole world is still struggling, and we, just because we're rich, is just so dumb.
Yeah.
It's really disheartening.
Yeah, when it comes to the greater good, obviously finances are tough for me to swallow. And Nintendo nerds, I hadn't even thought about that. I don't know if there's a lot of apprehension in some parts of the world for taking the vaccine. I had only thought of it in terms of access, so that might be a point I'll look more into as well. Nintendo also said A Quiet Place is good. Wish they hadn't shown the scariest scene in the trailer. I was always so disappointing when they do that, where they take the best scene of the movie and then you see it in the trailer, and then you go there and you're like, man, I didn't need to watch this. Let's do this. Please tell us one more time when your next stream is, and if people are tuning into Pib's stream, what we can expect when we get there.
I'm actually planning on firing up the stream pretty much shortly right after we're done here.
And what kind of music are you doing nowadays?
I'm trying to incorporate more originals in my. I've got so many songs that are in my repertoire here, and I've actually got a new song coming out here soon. As soon as I can make some album artwork and finish up some minor details, but it'll be coming out pretty soon. As long as my EP that I have, that's gonna be coming out soon as well.
Deep said, not Deep. I'm sorry. Jellybone said, "A Quiet Place is so accurate with ASL," and then you also said up here that apparently your Yogi impression comes from your dad. I mean, that was spot on. When Jelly did the Yogi impression, I thought somebody had a soundboard. It kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, that was really good.
But I do also always like to take the questions that have something to do with the guests, and I like the fact that I could ask a question about Jellystone to somebody named Jelly. It was great. Made me very happy. All right, let's do this. It's time for the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News. We recap the headlines of the day that our friend Sports.Gaming gave us in the first hour. If you missed any of them, find us on Twitter at WatchGMS and search
#GMS Morning Gaming News.
So here are the headlines. It turns out that Nintendo has won a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against a ROM hosting website. That was from Jordan Alleman of IGN. The gist of that story was apparently the ROM website was making money, and that was a pretty big red flag, and Nintendo went after them and won a lawsuit. CD Projekt profits have dropped. Cyberpunk 2077 remains off the PlayStation Store. That's from Game Informer's Brian Shea. And NVIDIA has announced a new RTX 3080 Ti launching on Thursday. IGN's Taylor Lyle mentioned. Sean had the question, are we actually going to be able to get this? Because graphics cards have been so hard to get hands on. Out today, DreamWorks Spirit, Lucky's Big Adventure, Wreckfest, Operation Tango, The Elder Scrolls Online, Blackwood expansion, Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, Necromunda, Hired Gun, Ghosts and Goblins, Stonefly, Carnivore's Dinosaur Hunt, and Justin Danger. Our name of the morning was Going Medieval. That is out today for PC. All right, we're going to get into the clip of the day, Pib. Wondering if you have anybody on Twitch that we could send our audience to when we are done with the show. Be thinking about that and let me know if you do, and you can just throw a name in the chat for me. You are also musically inclined. Do you have any familiarity with our clip of the day jingle?
Do not.
All right, so follow
Be new
with
for
me.
me as well.
Follow with me. Ready? Here we go. A 3, and it's gonna be delayed, and this is gonna be awful because of Discord. But just try to wing it. We're doing some improv here.
Sure.
It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Here it is. It's the clip of the day. Crushed it. Pirate themed mystery murder party. So some are calling this murder. Nice. See what they did there. The likes of Optimus Rhyme will be there. Chris M.E., Copia, Kiki Low, Kate Online, Asa Attack, Scott Chick, and Superphonic. And we ask you, will the killer get away with it? Or will it walk the plank? Yar. 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 Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
No one wants to play.
Yeah, you do. You do. No, you don't want to, but you do.
I've been here before.
Nope. You like this place. Go ahead.
No, I've done it.
Nah, it's fine. Yeah, go ahead. There's only 26 of them. I'll wait.
Is it R?
No, it's not. You think it'd be R, but it's actually the C. Oh my gosh. I don't think neither you nor Sean wanted to answer my joke. I hurt my feelings. I hurt my feelings. All right, chat. What are your takeaways that were pretty okay? What did you learn from today's show? And you can let us know in the chat right now. And then we are going to send you over to Humble Whelm. What do you know about Humble Whelm?
Humble Whelm is a lovely friend of I'm not sure if everybody knows him, but he's a lovely gamer. He plays a lot of different games on stream. Right now he's playing Apex, but he can be seen playing some Star Wars Battlefront 2 at times, looking at all the glitches and little things like that. He's just a really sweet guy, and he's a lovely friend of Maintaining Mediocrity and mine.
All right, Pib, you're going to get the opportunity to go first with your takeaway that was pretty okay. Chat, do you have anything to add? Let us know for sure, and then we will send you over to Humble Whelm. We'll be back tomorrow for more of Gaming Morning Show. Want to thank Big Jim Holler for the follow on Twitch, Megan Elizabeth for the follow as well, Hyper Mataru, thank you for playing with Jelly this morning on Jelly's stream, but also for the follow and the host this morning. Captain TV gave us a follow. We appreciate that. And, of course, Kajito, Axe, and Aura for the host this morning. Jellybone, thank you again for the raid and for being our guest on 5 Questions GMS. If you missed Jelly's appearance, we'll have it later on our YouTube page. Pib, what is it that you learned today? What is your takeaway that was pretty okay?
My takeaway is that no matter the day, no matter what the random thing that's going on is, there's always something nice day, and you can always say something nice to somebody, no matter what. And no matter what time of day it is. And you don't need to comment on the fact they would make a great parent.
Don't need to say you make a beautiful mother or a beautiful father. That was not a good line.
Don't talk about people's ovaries, okay? Leave it alone.
Yes. Amen. Kate Zaid had that line.
And don't do it on a first date either.
Right? Right. Talk about murder on first date. Don't talk about ovaries, please. My takeaway that was pretty okay would have been my clip of the day if I had clipped faster, and that was... concentrated milk. Damn it! Now I can't remember what concentrated milk is ballin', right? Concentrated milk is ballin'. 5 billion.
Concentrated milk is ballin'.
Oh my gosh, that was so great. Thank you, Jelly, for joining us on the show, and good luck with your birthday stream again. 2 p.m. Pacific time today. Please go and support Jelly, and happy birthday as well. I also learned today that apparently Space and Out's birthday is the 24th, but I'm also going to just try to ignore that fact so we can wish Space and Out a happy birthday for the entire month of June. Please say good morning from GMS to our friend Humble Whelm on the referral of Pib Jinky. Really appreciate you spending time with us, Pib, and we will see you on your stream as well.
See you soon.
All right, that's it for the show. It'll be me and Sean tomorrow. Theo will also be on the show as well. Until then, have a great day. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Let's do this. We'll have Pib on a track that I have pulled up on my phone, ready to go, play us to the break. Goodbye.
Special in this world. Well, guess what? The joke's on them because I'm in a new world. They'll never leave the small towns and little places that are stuck in the ground. No, they'll never see the faces, and I can't let that waste. So I packed up and moved far away from home. Yeah, I've grown up.